There. You gotta wait 5 seconds. Oh, God.
Good.
I had to basically reinstall Streamlabs in order to get it to work.
Well, that's good. You get some old stuff from OBS as well and whatever else.
Well, it's all stuff I'm gonna have to delete.
Oh, also, don't forget that, like, since Streamlabs has an app store now up in the top there, see how it says new?
Yeah.
If you go there, it gives you 15 free dollars to use on whatever you want.
Like what?
Well, whatever services they have available. I didn't look at them very much, but it's free, so. Free $15. There.
There.
End of an ad. Yep, we're good. We're live. Thankfully.
Okay.
Although our camera... Though it's working. Okay, good. Good.
It's just delayed.
Yep.
I also found out that it just takes a couple minutes for the viewer count to show up. It's not a random thing, but sometimes it doesn't show.
Yeah, but outside of Twitch, though, I'm not really familiar with too many other streaming platforms that are out there.
Feel free to keep talking.
Oh, I just don't know. Like, do you know of any more besides Twitch?
There's Pixel.
Pixel? I've never heard of that one.
I think it's just for streaming hentai.
Nance, Egonia, Makabeti, Baba.
Nonsense. Oh, okay. I'm assuming that's your way of saying good morning.
I suppose so.
It's afternoon. Talk.
Doesn't that song, isn't that just saying, like, it's a lion over and over again? Isn't it, like, all it's saying? I'm pretty sure. It's like, that's a lion, it's a lion. Like...
Well, it might not mean exactly... It might not be as mundane in the original language.
That's possible,
It might
yeah.
be like, lions are an idea. Lions are what we are talking about. The subject is lion.
So, like, kind of that, like, maybe, like, oh, maybe, perhaps, yeah. That makes sense. But again, that just brings up the whole, like, Pokemon Japanese name question thing. Here comes a lion. Father, oh yes, it's a lion. Here comes a lion. Father, oh yes, it's a lion.
Why a lion and a leopard?
A lion, and a leopard come to this open place. It's just a random leopard. There's not even a leopard in the movie.
That might be. And like one of the songs when the opening sequence.
Yeah, so we gotta see if we got a game-breaking bug or not.
Yes, because Tyler just informed me that there was a bug where if you do the rational thing and do the Seashell Shore level last, then there's a chance you won't be able to continue.
Yeah. We have to see if it's been patched out or not, though. And again, this is Reddit we're talking about, so you never know about what's right and what's wrong there. But it was on my my news feed for my phone, within game news. I learned some interesting things about sloths. Like, did you know sloths have such a slow immune system that they can hold their breath for 40 minutes? Yeah.
So that's another thing that they do longer.
Yeah. They can hold their breath for 40 minutes.
Okay, so we're back here at the start. Really, all we had to do is, like, run to the very end, because I think... that's not done. Why isn't that done? This also isn't done, because we don't have Sergeant Bird.
Right, yeah. So we can't do anything without him.
I think we had to go back to this level to play as Sheila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Should we put that on hold until we figure out...
Yeah, just go see if you can get to the next world first. We should check that immediately. Not immune system. Slow, metabolism. That's what it is. Slow metabolism.
Okay, well, they're all hanging from the balloon.
Yeah, we'll see.
The balloon's all ready, sir.
Nope, we're good.
Just jump on.
Okay, we're good. Alright.
This balloon will take you to the great Tiki Lodge in the sky. Just jump on when you're ready.
Yeah, that's
That doesn't sound right
No.
Great Tiki Lodge in the sky sounds like dead.
But no, the way the glitch works, though, is the seal guy would tell you to go and get the rest of the people, even though everyone's there. That's what would happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they patched it out, or maybe we just didn't trigger it.
Right, yeah.
Hop in the balloon whenever you want, Spyro.
Those guys are still too happy. They need to be depressed. Really, really depressed.
I guess you'll just hop in the balloon now. Don't ask me how it works. I just showed up for the punch and cookies.
What punch and cookies? I think someone may have been telling you some wrong information.
This balloon will take you to a land closer to the sorcerer, Spyro. You can also use it to come back here whenever you want to.
Is it just me, or does this voice actor have a hard time with the S sound?
Maybe a little bit. This balloon will murder the shit out of you.
I need to think of another really depressing thing. Let's see.
Another thing about sloths is sloths, because of also their slow metabolisms, they only have to go to the bathroom once a week. And when they do, they literally shit out about 40% of their body weight at once. About 50% of all wild sloths die when taking a shit, because they have to get down from the tree to do it. Which is really interesting. Sloths, man.
You
What's up?
jumped right into me.
He did. Yeah, so it's up here then? Yeah, I think it's up here.
Yeah, we gotta come up here and ride the whirlwind in this tower up.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Spyro. There are rhinocs everywhere. Maybe I can find some peace and quiet at the top of this tower.
Okay.
Alas, I have lost my love. She's being guarded by evil Rhinox at the top of yonder tower. Can you rescue her for me? Alas,
Why?
I have
Why? Why should we help you? How is this going to help us accomplish our goal?
We get gems. It always takes some readjusting when I play as another character.
You never get, paid by people in this. No one ever just has money, except for money bags.
Well, that's the same way it is in D&D. I mean, in D&D, all of the quest givers are like, I'll give you 50 gold.
Yeah.
Is that all? Plus all of the
Stuff that
gold
you
and
find, yeah.
items that you find in your travels. I don't care who they belong to. Just take it. You have my permission.
like they have any right to say that. I don't know. I think the amount I'm paying you guys in our session is pretty good for what you're doing. Maybe.
They made that Rhinoc right here a bit dumber this
Yeah.
time. Doesn't attack you immediately.
Does oh shit. Does the money amount in Pathfinder still go up exponentially like it does in D&D?
I'm not sure how treasure rolling works.
Yeah, because I mean, are we still gonna end up with trillions of freaking gold at level 20? Maybe. Who knows? I am excited for the next session though. I'm all rigged and ready to go for that. Rigged? It's not a word. Rigged? Rearing? Rearing.
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 Ready and rearing.
Ready and rearing. That's it. Rigged. Is that something that could be a word though?
Rigger?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, do you remember what Kaze's character was named for
Yeah,
original Pathfinder?
it was Rigger, wasn't it?
Yes, Rigger.
Or Rigged? Something like that? Yeah.
So maybe you were just thinking about that,
Maybe.
subconsciously.
Perhaps. I was thinking of an RPG idea for a way to build one. It's probably been done before though. Kind of like an action-y cooking RPG. Something that involves basically discovering a new land, and instead of it being a main villain or anything like that, it's more just about being a successful chef. So you have to go out and like hunt creatures to make food that you have to eat to get stronger and stronger instead of like fighting them for experience points. I think that'd be an interesting idea for a concept for an RPG, you know?
Ooh, hello.
Hello, it's a pink kitty.
Cute pink kitty.
Pink kitty.
I want to get a closer look at her before she disappears.
She even gonna disappear?
Or she might run off.
Who knows?
What? Marco sent you here. I've got a restraining order against him.
Where'd the egg come from?
Yeah, take this egg and tell him I was taken to a different tower.
If you see Marco, please tell him I've moved out.
Oh, well, I guess that's spot on.
Sounds like a sort of sideway Blue Mage, the RPG kind of thing. Well, no, because a Blue Mage RPG thing would be like, you know, you get powers from the creatures you eat. Like, you learn the attacks they do. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, for example, I was thinking, like, you go and you hunt, like, a crab monster, right? And depending on how you kill it, like, if you use a sword, you get, like, chops. Or if you kill it with, like, you know, like a blunt weapon, you get, like, the entire carcass. And then you can go and cook it different ways, like using, like, boiling it or frying it or roasting it. And each time you do that, it raises specific stats, you know, depending on how you cook it. And that's, like, the only way to actually raise your statistics. So you have to do that to, like, kind of balance out different things and to go different places. And, like, all the gains that you get are, like, temporary, depending on, like, what you eat. So you have to, like, decide on what you're going to do to, like, get to the next area. And, of course, to get more food so you can sell it, you know? To, like, be more successful as a cook.
So, what, it's just an RPG where you gain experience by cooking and selling food?
Yeah, basically. You know? And the whole gimmick of it is, like, discovering, you know, the kind of, like, the foods that there are. Like, I was thinking of this idea of, like, spice mice. Which is little mice, you know, and there's, like, pepper ones and salt ones and all these kinds. And you can collect those to, like, add different effects to food. You know, instead of, like, going and finding it, like, out in, like, a shop or something. Or like, maybe you can even do, like, a soft shell crab kind of thing. Like, you can find the crabs, right? But if you kill them in, like, a specific way, you can, like, make soft shell crabs and, like, have different effects from that.
You're gonna order that again tonight, aren't you?
Oh, maybe. But it'd be a neat idea, right?
So, do you guys, for anyone watching this, if you've never heard of a soft shell crab before, it's a deep fried crab that was killed immediately after its molting process.
Yeah.
You can eat everything.
Yeah.
The legs, the claws, all of it.
Yeah, the only thing you can't eat is the head, which is already cut off.
Something over there still? Oh, up there.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Kaze. Got it. I understand. But I want to work on that idea for an RPG, actually. I mean, I have RPG Maker 2003. I should really mess around with the idea.
Wait, is it still pointing in a direction?
I think it is.
Well, I still haven't been told... Oh, there's one right there.
Oh.
I thought it was a frog. There. All done.
But seriously, though, isn't Spice Mice a great idea? That's such a great idea.
I'm just imagining, like, these little glass mouse-shaped golems with holes in the top of their head, like hats, metal hats, that and their bodies are full of salt. And they just shake their head down, put salt on things.
But I was trying to think of, like, other pun names for monsters, and...
Oh, there is something else in the Speedway we missed.
Oh, we have to find Hunter. Oh, I forgot about that. Huh. But, I was thinking, like, the whole crab thing. I was thinking about doing crab boars. Like, part crab, part boar. You know?
How would those look? Would they be boars with, like, multiple legs and claws? Like, claws instead of tusks?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Or would they be... Or would they be, like, furry crabs with tusks?
Well, they definitely need a shell. I would think that'd be something, but, like, a crab boar. What other kind of stuff could we do? Could I do? This is me. This is my project. I don't know. There's so many cool ideas you can do. Because I was even thinking, like, you know, of, like, having... since there's no main villain, you can, like, instead have it be, like, really elaborate creatures that, like, are really delicate, like, delicacies. And I was thinking, like, of course you gotta have dragons, right? You know, as a big delicacy. But, like, what kind of food-based gimmick could you have for dragons? You know? I was thinking, like, maybe strawberries. Like, maybe a giant strawberry dragon. That'd be adorable.
Strawberry dragon?
Yeah, a strawberry dragon. That'd be so cool. Or just little things, you know? But you could have meat creatures. You could have like plant creatures. Like I was seeing like areas, right? One was what was I gonna do? Like a. Hold on.
I can't walk up there.
No, isn't he like over on one of the islands over here? Or am I wrong about that? I remember him being somewhere around here, like near the cave or something.
Ah,
there he is. Yeah.
There he is.
Whoa! A bunch of sheep and flying saucers just came out of nowhere and started blasting up the race course.
There's something wrong with my headphones. I'm hearing S's really bad.
It sounds really weird to me too. It sounds very metallic-y, you know, very tinny is what they call it. I don't know if there's something wrong with my headset or not, but it's very tinny. I think it might be your TV. Do you notice any tinniness at all, Kaze, when they talk?
Looks like I'll have to hop in my plane and teach him some manners.
Yeah, you can get that, like that. Yeah.
Shoot down the sheep UFOs. Go for it.
Look out, sheep! Here I come!
Circle to fire. X or square for turbo. Oh, this feels really weird.
Oh, it looks really weird.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually playing as Hunter.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I didn't notice that last time. I thought...
Whoa! A bunch of looks like I'll have... Look out!
Yeah, why are you actually doing this, Hunter? Wow, I mean, you're actually doing something. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I think some of them go through this tunnel. Yep. Oh, these are some long wings.
Oh, yeah.
They're clipping through the walls.
Yeah, they clip through everything, yeah.
It's not taking any damage.
Why did that have to be such wide wings?
What? What hit me?
They shot backwards. A little energy ball came out.
Why can't I shoot backwards?
Yeah, you can see the energy ball right there. Yeah. That's what they shot you with.
Can I crash?
I don't know if you can. Wouldn't risk it. Like, oh, okay, we couldn't even see what was happening.
Yeah, that's the same thing that happened last time.
Well, you could see it last time, but that time you couldn't see it happening. I like how he has a paw print on the back of the seat. That's kind of cool. Yeah,
okay, I saw it that time, but at the last second.
Yeah.
Man, they just kind of float out of the ships.
Yeah.
They don't really seem like they're being fired. It's more like they're just being suddenly released. Oh, I saw it and I tried to dodge it. Okay, they made dodging those much harder.
Damn. Why does this have to be one of the most difficult things?
Didn't we do this without failing once the first time?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Okay, so I need to take those things more seriously.
Yeah, that's going to be your main problem. Yeah, there it was, yeah. You gotta just gotta get the timing down for it. Because they seem to shoot in a pretty set pattern, for like time-wise.
So, when do they fire?
Well, you can dodge it pretty easily just by like going up, as long as you haven't reached the height limit yet. The problem is when you're so close, and then like it's sort of, you know, yeah.
So I need to shoot something, and then like immediately get out of its way.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. And just hope that something off-screen doesn't just fire at you, you know? Okay, you just kind of... Aw.
Damn it!
Yeah, that just keeps happening. That is really annoying.
Look out!
Again, it would help if your ship just wasn't so freaking huge.
It would help if I had like a targeting reticle.
Yeah, it would help too. Like I was right into them to... Okay.
Okay, touching them destroys you too.
Doesn't destroy them though. Look out, sheep. Or if you just shoot down the projectiles, that would help too. But can't do that either. Yeah, because following... Let me do it.
And my wings are so wide. They hit the wings.
Yeah.
Looks like I'll have to hop. Look out, sheep!
Oh, you can hold in the button?
Yeah, to
Why
shoot
do I
really
never
fast.
try that?
I don't know. Still break. Because following him into there is just not a good idea, since they can just shoot back so easily. Come on, hit him.
That's the same trouble I was having. Oh, you can destroy the projectiles.
Oh, okay.
Just, you need to be really good at aiming.
Is the last one in here, or?
The last one's out there, outside. I think it might be coming in here.
Maybe. There.
Woohoo! Check it out. The squad leader had abducted this egg.
What do they want eggs for? Tater. Yeah. They're cute in a very ugly sort of way. That's the best way I can put it. You know?
I wonder why they made them less cute.
I don't know. More cartoony. Like the rest. They made the entire game more cartoony. It's like Mega Babies. Got that show.
We do not speak of Mega Babies.
What was with that whole, like, era where, like, all of a sudden people just started making baby shows? What's up with that?
Like Rugrats, Baby Looney Tunes,
Yeah.
Muppet Babies. Well, Mega Babies came a lot later, though.
It did, yeah. And Muppet Babies is actually okay. But Rugrats was good, too, of course.
Okay, here we go. Bosch time.
Midday Gardens. Moving up in the world.
Buzz's Dungeon.
Buzz. These bosses are freaking hard in the original. So is that still going to be the case, or are they going to make them easier?
Well, all the bosses except the sorceress.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Carefully, you stupid girl. I'm only going to ask you one more time. Why haven't you disposed of that infernal dragon?
I've tried to scare him off, Your Highness, but he's just not afraid of anything.
Not afraid? Not afraid? Why have I been training you all these years? Use some magic! Here's a spell book. Whip up a monster and eliminate him!
Kill him?
I don't care what you do, you useless brat, as long as you get rid of him!
Okay, let's see what we've got here. This ought to do it.
You can't keep me caged up in here forever. You there, get me out of here. This is unacceptable.
You, come here.
Oh my. What the devil?
That feels really different.
Yeah.
We only saw the cutscene from the original once, but I sense a lot of differences.
When I heard the sorceress was planning to ambush you, I got here as fast as I could. No worries, though. This wussy green toad will be no match for the two of us.
Give me a second.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that. Something is wrong, for sure. I heard some sort of change. Not
Did
sure
you?
what. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Okay, so one thing I know is different was Bianca just said kill him
Yeah.
instead of wouldn't that kill
Yeah.
them?
Yeah.
Okay, So, first thing you do is chase us down.
Yep.
Okay, you try to knock us into the lava.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Sheila helps, yeah.
And Sheila brashes him deeper into the lava. Oh, jeez.
You gotta figure out how to do that properly, yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe that's a little bit new, actually.
No, he dodged like that before. Now I need to anticipate it. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you might have to figure out a different way to do that. Oh, really?
Oh,
that's okay.
Fire? Okay. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, he's about the same. In terms of difficulty, that is. Sorry, I was thinking of like all these remasters and how like the medieval one is coming out, and how like in the same vein as Crash in this one, people wanting a secondary playable character, and how there's none that could possibly be in medieval at all.
Well, you never know. They could always take one of the characters from the Hall of Heroes.
Well, they could do that, like that one dude with the crossbow or whatever.
Kenny Tim.
Yeah, yeah, him. Although I just think it'd be hilarious if there is like another one where you just have like Sir Dan with a bow.
Oh wait, I think I'm supposed to jump at you when you do that. Or just wait for it to go away. Damn it. Well, that doesn't work.
I mean, you could just stand right next to the fire and just dodge into him as soon as it goes away. And just do that. You just stand right next to it. Yeah. And then just run in. There. It's not hard, right?
Well, he gets a little bit closer whenever he...
Just do it earlier. There you go. See? Perfect.
Okay, I'm out of health.
Yeah, do the fire again. Yep. He just stands there, like, too early. Yeah, too early.
GP.
You seem to get that down pretty well, too.
What? Oh, that's new. Okay, now I gotta jump.
Yeah, so when the flame goes away, it... Yeah. You don't have any health, keep that in mind.
I know. I am acutely aware.
Oh, sheepy. So he'll breathe out the fire, so... There, you got him anyway.
Yeah. That's gonna take some practice to perfect.
Grayson.
Do you remember if we unlock Infinite Super Flame at the end of this? Like
No
in 2?
idea. No idea, dude.
Okay, well, no game-breaking bug. That's good.
Yep.
Don't have to spend the whole day redoing everything we did already.
Nope.
Although we'd probably just get to the end of each level and continue and then complete the stages that we did already off-screen.
Mm-hmm.
At least I would in my free time. No, wait, no, we still have to do a lot, because you have to collect so many eggs to unlock levels. Oh, yeah, that's annoying. At least that would be annoying.
Yeah, we don't have to do that, though, thank God. Whatever, let's go play Moneybags. Alright. And the weird firefly things, yeah.
At least the paintings are actually relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Is he holding a coffee?
Yeah, it's a coffee cup. Yeah. Looks like they're going to take that character a different direction, too.
Okay, Dragon. You've managed to survive longer than I expected. But you haven't the slightest idea what sort of dangers lie ahead of you. I suggest you grab your cat friend and whatever eggs you found and hightail it back home while you still can. I'm telling you this for your own good, you know.
Yeah. We're not going nowhere. We got stuff to do here. We're saving babies.
Saving babies.
We're saving babies. And you'll get a boyfriend out of this, so you should be happy too.
Except that it's Hunter.
Oh, this Hunter is much better than the old Hunter, though. So,
I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that.
What?
It didn't break. Oh, okay.
Now it's gone.
Weird. It broke without breaking.
Dave
the dragon. Yeah.
Dave the Dragarian.
That show was so bad.
Was it? I think a lot of people liked it.
I never liked it very much. Other than a few really choice jokes that I liked.
Like the megaphone one?
Yeah.
Hey, Spyro! Zoe told me that if we hit that doodad up there, the portal will open. Why don't you try spitting this rock at it?
Why don't you just throw it up there? Why do you need me to do it?
When you've picked up a rock, try using the action button to aim.
Yeah.
I would if the action button didn't make me talk to you. Make me step away.
I'll see you in there later.
Okay, Enchanted Towers.
Well, right, yeah. We talked about that before.
Wait, what?
What?
That doesn't make sense. I thought, didn't we have a discussion once where we agreed that if the majority of people like something, then it's objectively good?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, it depends. Because what's good and bad can't be objective, in a way. It would have to be on the merits of what it does as an art form.
Well, I don't know. It's been
a long time since we talked about it. Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to say years since I've seen the show.
Yeah.
So I can't even.
It doesn't really matter whether it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad anyway. The point is that I wasn't a big fan of it. That's all I was trying to say. I wasn't saying it was a good or bad show.
This is the stage we can't complete without Sergeant Bird.
Right.
Should we just go find him?
Sure. I mean, he's here. I mean, so. Because a lot of the stuff, when you're talking about good and bad, because we'll talk about it again, I guess, for a while, you have to look at, what it does. If it's an animation, right, you have to see, is the animation well produced? Is the writing, is it understandable? Does it appeal to its target demographic? Is it... I guess stuff like that, I guess, is what you have to do it by. Maybe the closest you could get. Right, that's what I was just saying, yeah, that's kind of the way you have to look at it.
Well, what if I wanted to make a cartoon that caused epileptic seizures?
I mean, if that's what you're setting out to do, right, and it does what it is doing, then it has to be a good example of what you're trying to do. It is good at what it was trying to do. Does that mean that it is a good thing? That it is valuable to people? No. But it's good at what it does, right?
Might be valuable to some people.
I mean, just like you can, Mingus?
It's one letter off of dingus.
Yeah, it's a good product for what it is, designed to, but, yeah, unhealthy, yeah. A good distinction? Well, what do you mean? What's a good distinction? So, I missed that in that conversation. Instead of saying games are objectively good or bad, are they successful or unsuccessful? Okay. Yeah, that works.
Oh, I think Dave the Barbarian was successful.
Yeah.
People are still talking about it.
Right.
I think it ran for a while.
No, but that's a good way of putting it. Was it successful or unsuccessful? But that doesn't mean that a lot more things are going to be successful than what we think of as being good, you know?
Yeah, because there are plenty of things that are good that weren't successful.
Right.
Like there are plenty of Disney movies that are famous today, but bombed at the box office at the time.
Right. But I suppose that doesn't... Well... But that still means they are unsuccessful, yes. Right. Of course, you can't really define what's successful or unsuccessful either, unless you know what they were trying to do in the first place.
Ah, my good friend Spyro. The sorceress caught this naughty bird letting off rockets in her fireworks factory, but I'm willing to release him into your custody, provided you pay his outstanding fines.
Why is he here now? He was just in the throne room. That we never visit.
Well, I mean, throne room. What throne room?
The sorceress's throne room.
Well, he was there?
Yes, just now in the cutscene.
I didn't see him in the cutscene.
He was talking. He was commenting on the monster's transformation.
That was... Well, oh, Sergeant Bird. Oh, I thought you were talking about Moneybags.
No.
Sorry.
Bird. He's here now, but
yeah.
He was... 700 gems. We have enough, but let's say no for now.
Oh dear, Spyro, you really should pay up. I think he's pining for the fjords.
Okay.
Ah, my good friend.
700 gems to free the penguin. He's a penguin?
Yeah.
I never really grasped that. I guess it's because they made him blue and not black. I thought it would be a different kind of bird.
I thought it'd be the thing that he flies. This color is like unimportant to that.
What a sucker! That is, it's a far, far better thing you do today, Spyro, than you have ever done. And, well, so forth, etc. You get the idea.
No,
what happened?
I don't know. Hit a button.
Okay.
Sergeant Bird, 90068. Awaiting orders, sir.
I think you'll have to find your commanding officer for that. Hey, what are those things?
These are the latest military hardware. DBX-9 rocket launchers, state-of-the-art.
So why didn't you use them to escape?
Because I have limited ammo, and I wanted to conserve it. For this. Say, where'd you come from? I thought dragons had all been dead for 1,000 years or something.
Well, the rumors of our extinction were slightly exaggerated. We just wanted a little peace and quiet.
Well, if it's peace and quiet you want, you should stay clear of my homeworld for a bit. I reckon I'll be blowing up Rhinox for weeks. Cheerio!
Oh, I love that. That was great. No. Sergeant Bird's great. They did a fantastic job there, I think. He has a lot more personality. Like most of the characters. A lot more personality.
He seems like he has the same personality he did in the original.
With his, what I'm talking about with the way he moves and his animations and stuff. Like, it helps him stand out more. Because even just having the rockets move around is really helpful, I think. You know, and whatnot. It's pretty cool.
Okay, well, I think we have to unlock him like we did with Sheila, so let's head right on in.
The room was absolute success based on what Tommy Wiseau wanted, but it was an artistic failure. Despite that, it still made money. Well liked because of how absurd and terrible. Okay, yeah, right. Right. Right.
I have to train the hummingbirds. They must be in peak physical condition if we're going to take on the sorceress.
Now he waddles. I forgot about these fucking sexy French hummingbirds.
Are they still French?
The situation is this. Yesterday, at 1845 hours, the Rhinox invaded. We defended as best we could, sir. But without your leadership, we couldn't put up an effective resistance. By 1900 hours, the rest of the squad was captured, and the Rhinox had complete control of the base.
This audio,
is kind of doing hazards for that. Like, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Kaza, you didn't... I don't remember if you said anything about hearing the weird audio stuff on your end.
I think it really... he would hear something different, because their stuff is going through the HDMI. Our audio is going through a different port. So what they hear would be different from what we hear.
Maybe it's it was actually my HDMI cord on my TV.
What?
Because I was having trouble getting it plugged in earlier.
Right, that might be it. Although I really don't like how the beak isn't right. I don't like that. It's not where the beak should be. They have like the beak as the nose, and that's really dumb. I don't like that. Why is it like that?
Fried a little?
Fried. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's that metallic-y kind of batty, soundy stuff. Yeah. I mean, you can always just unplug it and plug it back in. I mean, see if that makes any difference, other than just adjusting it.
Give me a second.
What are you gonna do?
I swept under my computer the other day. Maybe there's a cord loose.
That's possible as well. Go check it out.
Elgato itself.
Yeah. Yeah, but the hummingbirds are another one that the Lemur feature did as well. I mean, adjust what you can. I said I hope nothing is like actually fried out, because that would suck. With how many parts there are involved with this, you know. Luckily, we don't have to use. God, now, that would be one advantage to having an Xbox over a PlayStation is the ability to like not have to use a stupid splitter. That is definitely a benefit there. Well, technically, you don't have to use the splitter at all for PS4 anyway. Actually. I just remembered that. Yeah. We only need it for PS3, not PS4.
Really?
Yeah. But we just keep it plugged in all the time anyway, because why not?
Well, I don't know. It might get less issues if...
You directly connect it?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Well...
There are some reasons to do it on PS4. If the game has cutscenes that can't be recorded, then you, of course, have to do that. But very few PS4 games are like that.
Oh, I adjusted all the cords. They're all plugged in well enough. So we'll see if that fixes anything.
What? Oh, well that's cool though. I'm glad you got it then. That's awesome, dude. You am excite.
Vash, like Vash the Stampede?
Yeah, he got a model of his gun. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it is really cool looking, actually. And it's not like a million pieces, which is good. Yeah, we'll see if that sounds any different. Maybe so, maybe not. Well, I don't think it's changed at all, actually.
Where's the music?
Did it not trigger properly? Or... oh, there it is.
There it is. I had to start walking for it to turn on?
Weird. His waddle's freaking great. I love it.
Okay, square does nothing. weird.
What?
So when you hit triangle while in the air...
You can drop bombs and stuff. Like if you're carrying them. If you remember. That's what angle is for dropping stuff. Like the tiki heads and the stuff you pick up. It's pretty heavy auto aim on those things. He's awfully skinny for a penguin.
He's fit.
You can see like his legs, like they aren't like completely covered in blubber.
That wasn't a long enough voice clip for me to really tell.
Right, it's still there. I like the little getting into flying position kind of stuff too they added. He's very springy and springy.
I recommend you take the enemy out with your rockets by pressing the attack button, sir.
Attack button. Attack button, sir. The attack button.
One carefully placed rocket blast should take this door down, sir.
You're making fun of their accents.
Well, they're funny. French accents are funny. I mean, the French in general are funny. Why are they like Gardner and Rhinox anyway?
Well, hummingbirds live here, and they need flowers, right? So I guess the gardeners are stealing the flowers or doing something with them.
Kazi's asking how old your HDMI cable is.
I don't know. We get new HDMI cables all the time because they're always going bad.
Yeah. I have never really had to replace an HDMI cable. I just keep using the same ones. I very rarely have any problems with them.
I guess I'll have to buy some new ones.
Sir, I've captured the enemy rations. They won't march far on empty stomachs.
Siegfried.
Sir, the Rhinox had blocked the way out of this next cave with a security door, and I don't think you'll be able to blast your way through this one. I recommend you land on the weights and carry them to the pressure-sensitive security switches on either side of the door.
Oh my gosh.
In position, press the charge button to drop the weight. Press the action button once to look down, and press it again to look up, sir.
It's just funny. She's saying so many S words in a row. Like, it was just really prominent. It's not a big deal, and it doesn't affect anything. It's fine. It's just really funny with how much it is showing, you know, with the little weird sound that we're dealing with. Literally, the sound is like the least problems we've ever had, I think. One of the least problems we've ever had. Comparatively to the stupid crap we've dealt with in the past, you know? What would you say the stupidest thing we've ever dealt with was? Because we've dealt with a lot of stupid shit.
Me or just me?
I guess just you in general.
Not being able to press up in Ape Escape.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. Why was that a thing? Oh, by the way, in case anyone doesn't know, the PlayStation Mini, they have successfully been able to port new games onto it using only a flash drive. So, yeah, you can play any PlayStation games you want on it now, just using a flash drive. Way to go, hackers. Making it worthwhile. You can even have it run like standard USB controllers, too. So you don't even have to use the stupid ones they include. Pretty slick. And then you have no threat of bricking it either. Because if you just unplug the flash drive, it just goes back to factory default, which is awesome.
Request permission to cheer, sir. Hip hip hooray!
Wait, what? What?
Request permission to cheer, sir.
Oh, it says Private Eloise, but then it says Sergeant Bird.
Yeah.
So, what is that, his thoughts?
Must be.
So, Spyro and all the other main characters think in bulleted checklists. Are you starting to route to fix the stream was please? I don't remember what you're talking about.
That happened before, remember? When you couldn't get the stream to run at all during Final Fantasy VII that one time? And you just had to restart it and go to Twitch, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant that my decision to restart the router was stupid.
No.
Keep fighting the good fight, sir. We're almost there, and I'm, right behind you.
Okay, now they've got plungers.
Plungers?
So we got gardeners, bug catchers, and now plumbers. Well, they're actually more like safari hunters with plunger blowguns.
Yeah.
What's with these enemies?
Again, they really wanted this game to be more cartoony for some reason. And I don't understand why. I don't understand.
Is there anything we missed over here? I don't think so. Do we grab the gem? Fucking sparks. Anything up above? Hey, you, come here. Seriously? Come on, get out of that hole.
I don't remember Sergeant Bird being so happy. He just looks so happy all the time. I don't get it.
Could just be the way his beak is shaped.
Yeah, it could just be his beak shape, yeah. Don't you have to drop stuff on them? I'm pretty sure you have to, like, drop certain things on them.
I was able to kill that one without doing so.
Oh, okay.
I just managed to get the drop on him.
Keep fighting the good fight, sir. We're almost there, and I'm...
You get used to the same thing, you just progress forward a little. Okay, so I've got a bomb.
You have to go drop it on that chest in the beginning, if you remember. They don't even do anything, though. Same as the original. They don't do anything. Oh, it's probably a skill point now. To get them all. Dude, that auto-aim on the rockets, dude. That is way improved.
Mission accomplished. It's great to have you back, sir.
Ryan Lee. Okay.
So, we need to rescue the rest of the squad before we can launch a raid on the sorceress's castle.
Just the idea of hummingbirds trying to attack the sorceress's castle is hilarious to me. What are they gonna do? I guess they do have bombs. Why are bombs okay, but guns aren't in kids' games? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Because that's the way it is. Like, even Smash Brothers, you know, Snake wasn't allowed to have any guns, but he could have as many explosives as he wanted. Grenades, landmines, C4. That's fine.
I guess it's just because an explosion is... It emits a very different feeling and thought in people's heads when they think of somebody getting blown up than about getting shot.
Then why is it okay for Bayonetta to have guns?
Because Nintendo. Can't really see very well. Camera's inside me. There we go. You have a tall head.
What are your orders, sir?
That is a good point, though. The fact that you can't get explosives easily, but you can with guns. I guess that kind of makes sense, in a weird way. One change they made in Smash Brothers, which I really like, is when Kirby takes Bayonetta's power. Because when Kirby takes a power, he can just use their basic B attack. Bayonetta's is she shoots like her guns, and you know Bayonetta has guns on her feet, and she goes back and forth between using her hands and her feet. They actually let Kirby do the whole feet gun thing too, which is hilarious. To see Kirby like do the feet gun thing and stand on his hands like Bayonetta does. It's hilarious.
Is there a way back into the start from here?
There's a way back. For sure.
Or do I have to fly all the way back to the beginning?
Well, I think that's the only way, and that's what I thought you were trying to say, but no.
No, a shortcut back to the start.
I don't know about a shortcut. I was able to get a copy of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance on sale during the holiday, which is pretty cool. So I got that now, too. I love that game so much. It's a great game. It's got a cool Robo-Dog in it. Who doesn't love Robo-Dogs? He shoots knives. Well, he's basically made of knives, but...
Reporting for duty, sir.
Private Chloe. They all have such cute names.
Still wish their beaks were right, though. Don't like the whole mouth beak thing.
Is it as bad as Grim Matchstick's two mouths? Or two noses, or whatever it was?
Oh, well, I don't know, man. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying that I don't much care for it from a design perspective. But I understand why they did it. Or I guess in this case, why Lemur Feature designed it that way. Because if they weren't like that, then how would you do the whole talking animations look proper? I mean, even Sergeant Bird's beak is rather, flat to make talking easier. His beaks aren't really made for talking. Not with expressions. So it makes sense. Now remember, picking up gems is kind of broken from from flying or whatever with the way it's programmed. So you're gonna have to be more careful with picking up gems while you're here. I'm starting to wonder if that actually is a skill point now. It's gotta be, right? Like, it's gotta be. Or an achievement, one of the two. Wouldn't it be better if he had some sort of melee attack? Feels like he should have a melee attack.
I just keep rising and rising, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Just higher and higher.
Higher and higher.
Sliding along the ground with a bomb between my feet is kind of weird.
It is strange. But he doesn't have arms, so... What other choice did they have?
I can't replenish my bombs?
Not until you drop them all.
Fine.
You ever played a game called Fur Fighters?
I've heard of it.
It's a good game. It's really good, actually. It's a lot of fun, even if its name is a bit of a misnomer. Because they're stuffed animals, not furries. There's a difference, right? There's definitely a difference.
What the?
We didn't come out, so you gotta get higher. Yeah, there you go.
I thought the goal was just to destroy the hole.
Well, the hole won't go away without it also hitting him for whatever reason. Because you're actually... oh, there you go, skill point. Yep, you were right. Skill point.
Whoa.
Oh, I forgot about that happening. Oh, it sure is dark in here. This is a long level, isn't it?
Before I was captured, I recovered this egg from the enemy, sir.
What happened to your wings? Yeah, they're out of sync. Like.
I'm ready to be debriefed, sir.
Yeah, they're out of sync. They're not right. They should be moving faster than that.
I'm ready to be debriefed.
I mean, that's correct. But then, yeah, they messed up. They're too slow.
Huh.
Weird.
They act funny outside of cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the bird that we saw before through this. Which I wish I could destroy.
So what's left here, then? Just the gems? Yeah, I guess just the gems.
Were you pointing, Sparks? You know what, Sparks? That could be anywhere.
Yeah, that's not really very helpful. Up. Oh.
I like how far he jumps.
Yeah, he jumps really far. Forward, that is. Not very high up.
No, but it's a really fast boost compared to just flying.
Oh, yeah. Up again? How many of these, like, balloons are you missing?
What?
Oh, right there.
It's right there.
You, like, somehow completely missed it. Let's see how that happened. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it's right there. Okay.
Is that everything?
We need to rescue the rest of the squad before we can launch a raid on the sorceress's castle.
How have I found... Wait.
Oh.
Now it's 100% complete? But I found them all. 100%.
Yeah, you're
I
done.
rescued all the hummingbirds, so...
Stuff's going weird right now.
We need to rescue the rest of...
Okay.
Yeah, we're at 100% complete, so...
Whatever.
Yeah, we're out.
I completed the stage. Look at all those feathers.
Yeah, he
Do
dropped
penguins even have feathers?
I don't think they do.
I think they're just kind of blubber and fur.
No, no, I'm pretty sure they do have feathers. It's just like not regular bird feathers.
Not feathers that big.
Yeah, they're different than a bird's feathers, but I'm pretty certain they have feathers. Yeah, the whole thing about blue penguins, though, isn't that a Japanese thing? Blue penguins is a Japanese thing, because most of the time they are black. Like, they're supposed to be black.
Well, we rescued Sergeant Bird, so now we can go back to that other stage we were at. Trixie.
You know, yeah, Trixie. It'd be really cool to like cosplay as an egg thief. You know how cool that would look? Like, that'd be awesome. It would be hard to make, though. How would you make a costume for that?
Well, the cloak and the turban wouldn't be hard at all. As for the face, you'd pretty much just have to paint your face and use some makeup techniques to make it more wrinkly looking.
Yeah.
Everything else can just be left alone. And you'd have to carry around a big paper mache egg.
Yeah. That'd be fun, though. That'd be really fun as a cosplay idea. No, but I don't think the cloak and the hood would be that easy, though. Because like, it's all, like, layered.
Yeah, it's still just fabric, though.
I suppose so.
Penguins do have feathers?
Yeah, apparently they do.
Just really, really tiny feathers, right?
Those crummy Rhinox forced us to build a statue of the sorceress. Then after we built it, she complained it was too ugly. Huh. If you ask me, the statue is far prettier than she is.
You know, have you ever seen the internet? Everything is pretty to the internet.
Those crummy Rhinox force...
Oh, okay, nothing new. Playing a Spyro again. I feel so fast.
Yeah. I mean, Sergeant Bird's great and all, but... Oh, I like their redesign. They're pretty cool. Yeah, actually, I'm quite fond of that, actually. I think they look a little bit better than they used to. I like the more bug-eyed kind of look to them, you know? I think it kind of works. They have a lot more of them, smaller than most birds, and their structure is good at shedding water and keeping in heat. Hmm? Yeah, because they basically they're kind of like, they don't really get wet. Like, water just kind of just goes off of them. Which is really fascinating.
I think I gotta wait until I'm up above to get those ones.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks, because it means we gotta drop back down.
Oh, he actually has a real weapon. Cool.
Oh, hey, yeah, real weapons. That's unusual. Are there any swords in any of the Spyro games?
Yeah. The weird scimitars that the guys in the desert level had.
Oh, yeah, those.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, broadswords. Straight swords of some kind.
Well, scimitars are still swords.
That's not what I was looking for in my head when I was scanning the games.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess really... I guess they're not really weapons. Like, they look just to be wooden casks. Gladys? Okay. Not casks, whatever the word is. It's barrels. They're basically wooden barrels on sticks. That's what it looks like. More than hammers. But the opposite is a hammer. It's close enough to a hammer.
What's that? That's the only other... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, there's other stuff up there.
There's a Saturn.
Or a ringed planet of some kind.
It's a Saturn.
A Saturn.
Yep, it is one of many. Because that's the only way people know how to draw a planet and make it recognizable as a planet, despite just being a circle. Just by putting rings around it.
It'd be so cool to live on a planet with, like, rings. The sky would be so fucking cool. Would be so fucking cool looking. I mean, it'd be dangerous, yes, because the stuff always falls to the... I mean, do you know about that? How, like, Saturn is losing its rings, like, at an alarmingly fast rate?
Like, how alarmingly fast are we talking?
I mean, not long enough. Like, not fast enough for us to be able to see them gone within our lifetime. But, you know, a couple hundred years? I mean, they might be gone. Which is crazy to think about. Yes, I have seen the artist renditions of them, and I thought those were really cool. No idea how realistic it is, but it looks really cool.
$1997.
I still remember that one dude who made a model of what humans would look like if they evolved from reptiles instead of evolving from mammals, and how they looked just like humans but with scales and stuff. And everyone like called him out on it because it's like, does this have any scientific backing at all? It seems like you just made a human reptile. And it turns out like it wasn't even like there's no scientific backing. It was just him kind of like fucking around.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, oh hey, there's the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going to draw something like that, first you need an understanding of how evolution works.
Well, it wasn't a drawing; it was a statue.
A statue?
Yeah, it was a statue.
Oh well, either way.
Yeah, continue.
If you're going to design something like
right,
that,
right.
First you need an understanding of how evolution works.
Mm-hmm.
And the most important thing about evolution is that it's all based on necessity.
Right.
There's no realistic way to predict what something will look like when it evolves.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was either Bill Nye or Stephen Hawking who was asked the question, how long until monkeys evolve into humans? And they answered, they're not going to. Because the only reason our ancestors evolved into what we are today is because of necessity. The things in the environment that required us to change the way we did. Monkeys don't need to change for the same reasons as us. So when they evolve, it's going to be something else.
Right.
Maybe they'll develop human levels of intelligence someday, but they won't look like humans. Not necessarily.
I mean, the fact of them even having to develop, human level intelligence, might not even be a thing. I mean, let's not forget how crazy, jellyfish are. And how they don't even have a brain. Okay.
Okay, the piece just landed right behind me.
I just have to talk about that for a second. How can something honestly exist without a brain like that? I mean, it's not like a tree. Like a tree I can get. It doesn't have to move much. It just kind of sits there and absorbs what's around it.
Jellyfish are basically just like giant amoebae. Amoebae is the plural.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, amoeba. Okay, I never heard the singular version. I guess
amoeba is the singular.
Okay, amoeba. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's just strange. They find food. They get where they need to go. Just by feeling. They don't have any actual thought or interpretation of what they're doing. It's just...
Yeah, it's all just mechanical electric pulses that develop instinct.
But how in the world can that happen, though? Like, don't you think at some point in their evolutionary state they would need to develop some amount of intelligence?
But we still have traces of that, though,
Oh, I know we do. I guess they just don't need it, though. I guess they don't. Huh.
And there goes the statue.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot I hid this egg inside the statue. I hope the explosion didn't hard-boil it.
Peanut. I guess, Did they hide it in the statue because they were helping us? Or...
I think they may have just... I think what he was saying was he hid the statue away from the sorceress, inside a place she would never think to look, and was afraid after the fact that the explosion may have damaged it.
Okay.
But nothing can damage these eggs.
No, they are completely impervious. Because they're powered by dragon magic.
Did you see what Kaze said?
What did he say? They are a brain. The entire body is there's my correction. I mean, my problem. Whatever. I cannot talk today.
Your mistake.
My mistake. Yes. I cannot talk today. I have days like that where I just can't speak properly. And I don't know why. Why do you think that is?
You might have a lot on your mind. You might be getting your information mixed up.
But back to the whole thing about reptiles, though. Like, if the only thing that was different, right, was that, like, mammals, like, were the first creatures and died out due to the meteorite or whatever. Or most of them, anyway. And, like, reptiles are the ones that survived and kept moving on. Like, I wonder what kind of weird stuff, like, what kind of different stuff would happen, Like, if they actually did develop intelligence, like, would they become bipedal? Would they have... I mean, most likely they would have lost their cold-bloodedness, right? I mean, that seems almost natural that would happen. Because what use would cold-bloodedness need to be for someone with intelligence? Well, lots of intelligence, that is. Because I don't know of any creature besides reptiles that do. That's an interesting question. Is there any animal that isn't a reptile that's cold-blooded? Probably some weird animal someplace that does. Maybe some fish or something. In fact, why was cold-bloodedness even developed in the first place anyway?
Wasn't it like...
Because cold-bloodedness requires you to sit still and raise your body temperature. That doesn't help you survive.
I thought maybe the cold-bloodedness was to help protect you from the cold?
That's not how it works.
No?
All cold-bloodedness means is that you can't regulate your internal body temperature. So that means you have to, like, actually bask in sunlight or other forms of heat in order to get your body temperature up. Otherwise, you will freeze, and your body won't work.
Isn't there a thing, though, that someone was saying that reptiles are slowly evolving to not be cold-blooded?
I don't know about that. I haven't heard anything about that. It might be true, though. Insects, amphibians, arachnids, and fish. All of them are? Wait, they're all cold-blooded? I didn't know that.
So, basically anything with hard skin. Step inside, old chum. Sergeant James Bird.
I'm ready to patrol the towers and the perimeter of the islands whenever you want me to.
Okay.
No, I'm off duty. Wait, go on patrol?
Yeah, this is the confusing thing, because Spyro is saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be here when you need me.
Which doesn't make any sense, because yeah. It should say Sergeant Bird. You should be deciding for him what he says. Yeah. So they didn't fix that.
Patrol the towers and the perimeter of the islands whenever you want me to.
Or if it actually is Spyro's decision, they should say, let Sergeant Bird go on patrol. Go for it. And no, I've got this.
Yeah.
Something
one
like
of those
that.
two things, yeah.
It's good to be back in action.
Or you could even fix it easier just by saying, no, I'm on duty. That would fix it.
Okay.
Wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy's here. I forgot about that.
You're doing great. Please find the rest of the bones so we can put my friend back together.
My friend back together. I do kind of like him. Why isn't his friend gold this time?
Different friend?
Different friend. You know, is anyone gonna, like, be a little bit worried about the random caveman that has necromancy powers? Yeah, I think I'd be a little worried about that.
Necromancer caveman.
Well, actually, wait. Wait. Well, the dinosaurs did kind of evolve into, like... Because they evolved into birds. So, like, is that the form that they... I guess that would be kind of like the closest thing, wouldn't it? But are birds really... That's more of an offshoot thing. I don't think it's really an advancement of reptiles. It's more just an offshoot of reptiles, I think. Maybe.
It's still an evolution that only happened because of the time period.
Right. Right.
It's nearly impossible to predict what future evolutions will be.
I'm so bothered. I know it's correct. Like how, like some birds are called raptors. And, like, you know how, like, some ducks are called drakes? That's still weird to me, though. Like, calling, like, a bird a raptor is just strange to me. Very, very strange.
Well, it's kind of like how we've got a species of shark called a dogfish.
Yeah.
It's neither a dog nor a fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shark.
Yeah, chickens are. Chickens somehow... It's really bad how we've gotten to the point where we're so intelligent that we forcefully affected other creatures' evolutions. Like dogs. You know? Like, we ruined dogs.
Yeah, you've seen that one comic, right? I think you were the one who posted it.
Oh, about, what, Pixie and Brutus? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
No, which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the one where, like, there's these two cavemen or whatever, like, humans from way, way back when. And they're like, hey, you know what would be a good idea? If we got some of those wolves from the forest and trained them to help us hunt. Yeah, it's a great idea. This is 2,000 years later and they see a pug. What have we done?
Yeah. God, I mean... it would have been fine. Like, why do we have to like make pugs a thing? I don't think it was on purpose, but like, they're so messed up, dude.
Okay, I'm still missing 2 bones.
Mm-hmm. It was difficult to find them before too. If they were smart, they probably put a gem in with like one of the bones so we could find it easier.
Maybe they did. Let's see. Oh, Sparks, you're just pointing me to that chest.
Which we can't open because we don't have anything to drop on it.
Well, we need Spyro.
Yeah.
We need him to head bash it.
That's okay.
Alright, let's go switch to Spyro temporarily then. Have him take care of it real quick. Hey, get back here. I see you. There's so many of those things.
I wonder what wild chickens were
I'm ready
like.
to patrol the towers and the perimeter. I'll be here when you need me.
Because I know wild chickens were a thing. Are they still a thing? Are there still wild chickens? Because I know you can find like wild goldfish and like they're huge, you know, compared to like the pet ones. Do you know about that one fox forest in Japan or whatever?
I know about a fox forest. I know about a cat island.
Yeah.
There's also a wild cat island as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least Sparks won't point to that anymore.
Pointing that way now. I think you might just be pointing to another area.
Can you pick up the rocks with Bird or no?
The rocks? Oh, I don't know. I don't think they even appear.
Okay.
Let's take care of some of these other side areas.
Most modern wild chickens are actually all descendants of domestic chickens that escaped. Interesting. Huh. What's the name of that giant chicken with the big fuzzy legs? Because I've seen it before. It's like hilarious looking because of just how fuzzy it is.
Chickenzilla.
Yeah, basically.
This place is very shiny.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. It's got the stars and the reflective floor. Well, it's kind of reflective. You can almost barely see Spyro's reflection on the floor.
You can see his little paw prints. That's pretty cool.
Isn't this the wildest skateboard park you've ever seen? Once you've mastered a few tricks, you could really rack up a huge score in this place. What do you say I show you some moves?
It's pretty cool.
Let's start with something easy. You can jump off the end of ramps by pressing the jump button. I'll show you how to do it once, then it's your turn.
Yeah, here you go. Go,
You want me to do it? You want me to do it? Okay. Well, I'm not very good in this game, but I do like doing it. That was not even a jump. That was just you kind of gliding like you usually do.
Okay, now try doing a roll. You can roll in midair by holding down the action button while steering left or right with the left stick.
Yeah, do it. That looks so bad.
Hey, nice roll! Now let's see you pull a flip. Flips are exactly like rolls, only you push forward or back on the left stick instead of left or right. Just jump off the ramp, hold down the action button, and press forward or back.
I didn't want to risk skipping the dialogue. Yeah. Ah. Tried to do 3. Couldn't do it. 2 is fine, though.
Whoa, you must be a natural! Now let's see if you can pull off a half-pipe spin move. The blue ramps are half-pipes. You can do a spin move by jumping at the top of the blue ramp, then steering left or right in the air.
You don't really have to show me. I kinda got this. Oh, come on. Come on, Hunter. Really?
All right, you nailed it. Now let's see if you can do a 900. Get as much.
I just did a 900.
Spin 2.5 revolutions in the air and land back on the ramp.
I just did a 900. Were you even paying attention?
Now that was a 900. I have to admit, you've got some skills, Spyro. But before you get too cocky, let's see if you can score some real points on the giant ski ramp. Do whatever moves you want, and see how many points you can get.
If I can figure out how to do the nasty Nork again. You got up here fast.
I don't think you were supposed to jump right there.
Yeah, I know. I'll just do it this way.
Wow, you learn really fast. Well, then again, you are being trained by a master boarder. Speaking of which, I was just practicing this nearly impossible new move that I call the nasty Nork.
There we go.
I had just about pulled it off when suddenly I ran smack into this dragon egg and wiped out. Okay, I made that up, but you can still have this egg.
Okay, now that I've heard about it, can I do it?
Probably. I figured you'd have to.
Because I'm pretty sure it's just like, you know, oh, let's just see. Because isn't it just this? Like doing like a sideways roll and then an upwards roll or something? Or?
You're not really doing any challenges right now.
Oh, so it doesn't really
it's not going to show you anything.
Okay.
I think you got to go back up and talk to Hunter again.
Okay, I'll go back up. We'll have to get some gems here too anyway, so. But I'll head back up to Hunter. Come on, Sparks. There, just get off the board. Really?
Oh, you're not stuck in here, are you?
That's a bother.
Let me see.
Hold on.
You can't get out that way. Just try and going out the other way. On the right side.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, that was weird.
I think you're ready to try some one-on-one. Want to try a freestyle competition for points?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Whoever scores the most points in the time limit wins.
Fine.
Crush him.
Ah, it's okay. I mean, still. I mean, crushing.
Still, doesn't he get up to like 13,000 something by the end of the 2 minutes?
Something like that. We'll see. But what happened to my speed? What?
Whoa.
Where did all the speed come from? I don't. It looks like no. It looks like he's not going to get that high. Come on. Do the flip. There, just land. Thank you. That's so dumb.
Okay, I think I gotta get on that big ramp that goes over the half pipe.
Yeah. For the other side.
From the other side, yeah. It's higher.
That's what I did before. Is like I just kept running that over and over.
There's only 20 seconds left. There's no way he's gonna beat you now.
No.
I thought I got a much higher score than that.
No. Yeah, because you have to like go down here this way. Seriously, that speed boost though. I had to figure out where that came from.
Time's up.
I can't believe it. How did you get so good already? Who knows? Maybe someday you'll even break my course record. Nah. Anyway, I guess I should give you this other egg I found. I was gonna keep it for a pet, but I can't get it to hatch.
Alex.
You're going to keep one of me as a pet?
Yeah, that's kind of weird, dude. Not to mention insulting.
Yes.
You can go for the course record now if you want. Whenever you hop on a skateboard, a timer will start. Score as many points as you can until the timer expires or you wipe out. Good luck.
Alright.
That's another thing that I've noticed with cartoony 3D design lately, is the cubic fingers.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
I'm not a fan of that.
I don't mind it, but that's the thing that's been around for a long time. I'm reminded of that's the way they did K. Rool's fingers in this DK game on the N64. Weird. It's still going, so that's strange.
Yeah, it goes until the timer runs out.
But it's until you wipe out.
Oh.
So it's weird. That's just wrong. Yep, it's just wrong. Just a lie.
If you do a nasty Nork and then immediately do 3 left rolls, you get a ton of points. It's called a secret trick.
Well, how the hell do you do a nasty Nork?
Isn't it just down left, like 3 times?
Mm-mm. Damn it. I'll wait till he says it, I guess.
Oh, he says he already told... Oh, it's up there. It's up there. Nasty Nork is a backflip followed immediately by a down and right hold.
Backflip by a down and right? Okay.
Oh. Is that really all there was to it?
Yeah. Not quite right. So what's the... I'm totally not gonna get that thing, but it's worth practicing this. Damn it. Oh, I'm just practicing.
You didn't even jump.
I didn't even jump, yeah. Okay, 10,000. Easy. We can do that. Somehow I landed.
And didn't get any points.
Yeah. Okay. I was straight, but it didn't count.
Didn't look that straight to me.
That is totally right. Why is it not counting?
There's that speed boost again.
Yeah. Down, and then like that. That's it. Okay, I'm not holding it long enough? There. I don't know what happened there.
You need to get back on that ramp up there so you can...
Right. Do it again. Right.
Almost feels like you're just trying to practice Nasty Nork and aren't actually trying to get the score.
Oh, I am. Trying to.
You're still not doing it right.
It went one backflip.
One backflip, one down right, and then 3 left turns.
Well, I can't do that from that.
Well, you need to find a place where you can.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even consistently do the Nasty Nork, though. See, why doesn't that count? Like, that is totally perfect.
Maybe you're not finishing the initial backflip.
I could do it from that, totally. So from there. We'll do it from there. Get a few points there. I'll go up. Okay. So, 3 left flips. Didn't even count either.
Now, did you see the way that your model was like perfectly vertical in the air? That tells me you didn't completely finish the rotations for the first 2 moves. Because then it stopped counting your combo entirely.
Okay. I jumped. Whatever. Why is jumping on that balloon buster? Okay. Achievement at least. I can't. Whatever. Okay, I understand.
Gotta try.
I get what's going on.
Why did you get on a skateboard as soon as you handed me the controller?
Just did. Walked into it. You can't jump off of it, you'll do that.
How do I get the extra height?
You just run off of it, that's all you do. Yeah. Raging Ripto. 3,000. Doesn't that make you leave the level? Well, maybe not. Maybe
Well,
you can actually.
It's just give up, not enter level.
Right, yeah. Okay, you can give up then. It's fine.
Okay. Got a couple practice flips in.
Mm-hmm.
Back. Down left.
Raging Ripto again.
Damn it.
So you're good at doing that at least.
Okay, single backflip. Why can't I get it to make that pop up when I jump off of this, the single backflip?
Raging Ripto again.
Wait, the Raging Ripto is the secret trick?
Yeah, you're just pulling it off somehow.
Well, we did that before. I thought it was going to be another
I never pulled it off.
That were like called
I never
trick.
pulled it off. You were doing it. I wasn't able to pull it off.
But we weren't doing the nasty knock before.
What? We were still doing nasty Nork sometimes.
In the first stage?
In the first stage, no.
That's when I was doing the Raging Ripto.
What are you talking about? I'm saying no. Again, I could not do a Raging Ripto. You can. I couldn't do it.
Damn it.
You can't seem to cause a nasty Nork to happen.
Almighty Raging Ripto. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I was already doing Raging Riptos. We spent so long on these stages when we first played this game.
I mean, we don't need to do the secret tricks to like get the high score or whatever. There are easier ways. If you just go and just get the full loop around the stage, that's gonna give you most of the points. Like doing the tower hops and everything and all that.
Well, there's 2,000 points right there.
Yep.
I can never manage to get myself straight when I go down those.
The triple towers gives you 1,000.
What? I was straight. Come on. Same shit happened with me in Go-Go Hypergrind.
And Go-Go Hypergrind had an auto center button.
It did?
Yes. It told you that in the tutorial. It just didn't always work because depending on like where your initial position was, you were using it. I've seen when you were playing, you were using it.
I was?
Yes.
How do I remember it?
And that gives you 1,000 for going through the half pipe as well. Yeah, so you can get 3,000 points just by doing like the random stuff in the actual skate park.
What's even down here? You know, there's no ground tricks. It's all air tricks.
Yeah, there is no ground tricks.
You can't like do an ollie or anything.
Yeah, ollies don't count. You kind of just have to try to do like a few different tricks and just see how far it goes or whatever. Ah, that would have been 3,500 too.
I gotta stop crashing.
It's not very, you know, well done. The controls are fine, I guess, but they weren't really improved at all from the original game, so they're still kind of icky in places. Landing is just a little too difficult for its own good. And that might just be due to oversensitivity. Because it feels a bit overly sensitive to do flips and stuff.
Well,
we got the score.
Got the points.
Yeah.
Not gonna matter now. I got less than half the time left.
Yeah. But you only need, like, another 5,000. It's possible.
I also wish I could kick off to get a boost of speed.
Yeah, you can't kick. You just travel automatically at whatever speed you go. But you could totally kick. Spyro would just like flap his wings, you know, and there you go. That would act as a kick. Nope.
I tried to adjust myself at the end.
I know. It doesn't work right. It doesn't work the way you think it would. You can't even do any grab tricks either. Just like, you know, friggin' even Hunter does a grab trick and you can't even do that. At least the first skate park was easier for us this time. Double twisted line.
That didn't give me as many points as I hoped it would.
1,000 for the towers. That's only going to count as a single twisted line. And sometimes you do a double backflip and it only counts as a single. It's weird.
I think you have to finish the move before you land in order for it to count. Damn it! This is really starting to frustrate me.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know, Spyro 3 is like not the best one in the series. And they didn't bother to improve anything. They improved some things. I'm still happy that they have...
Ooh.
Yeah, you got it backwards. I am glad that they added the Sparks radar so I'm still looking forward to what the prize for that's going to be. That's still cool. Bird's cool. Sheila's cool. Whatever. But this needed to be improved, and I don't know why they didn't improve it. I don't understand. They could have added more tricks. They could have like made it cooler, but they didn't. They're just like, no. You can flip. That's all you can do.
Flip. Down right. Straighten. Nah.
Single backflip.
Okay, so what are the course tricks? Going over the half pipe, doing the towers. What else?
Is that the only two? I thought there was three. That might be the only two. And each one gets you 1,000. Yeah. So it's worth doing those for the extra 1,000. That means all you have to do is get 8,000 more, which, you know, shouldn't be too big of a deal. Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't recognize it from starting position. So, like, going a full loop isn't going from, like, board down to board down. It must be, like, it must be gauging it some other way. From what I'm noticing. But I don't know what it could possibly be gauging then. Because it has to be from board down to board down.
I don't understand why landing sideways just destroys your board.
If boards are really that fragile, people wouldn't be able to skate on them.
Everything breaks your skateboard.
Yeah.
There's no leniency here.
Well, I've noticed some things by watching you. If you give me a chance to try again, I could probably get it. Yeah, I can probably get it now. Because I've noticed a few things. Since I know now about the tricks, what causes them to trigger, I think I can figure this out. I think I got this. Yeah, see, it didn't... Okay, so I think I got this. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Damn it. Come on. What's causing that to happen, exactly? Is it just like... There's got to be a reason for why that's happening. Stupid thing. Okay. Get over the freaking half pipe, please. I'll just do a bunch of front flips. Come on!
You still break it.
Yeah. Everything.
It feels like skateboarding's worse.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit worse. But why is it worse? Again, there's that freaking speed boost. There's gotta be a way that works. Unless it's just a bug that they never fixed. 4, 5. Come on! This is so stupid. This is so dumb. Because I know no points, whatever.
You can do that just fine.
Yeah.
But whenever you get a big jump like this...
Yeah, that always happens. Why does it come back like that sometimes? It'll go red and then it'll come right back. Well then fine then. If that's the case, I'll just do the simple stuff.
Can you get 10,000 points in 2 minutes of simple stuff?
I should be able to, if I can do it right. Because if I just have to do a single trick, that's fine. Okay. double. If I can get a triple. No, but the one I noticed that you were doing that gave you a lot of airtime is when you jumped over that ramp up there and like went to the left. Like I noticed it gave you a lot of airtime. So I'm going to see if I can pull off like a triple that way.
But how often did I manage to land after that?
I messed it up. That's okay. I'll just get it again. Okay, if I can just land that, we got it. So, we'll just land that. Simple as that, right? It's not hard. Can't be. The amount of points I shouldn't even bother doing that, because the amount of points I get isn't worth it.
You did a nasty Nork?
Yeah.
So there's a boost right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you also did a Raging Ripto.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might be able to hit the 10,000 this time.
I might be able to, yeah, if I can just get back up there.
Do the half-pipe leap, get the towers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's another nasty Nork.
Yeah, I got it now. It just took forever.
What's it called? The Almighty Raging Ripto?
I got it.
Okay, well, there's 10,000.
Okay. Yeah, it just took me forever to freaking get it right.
Okay, now we can practice trying to get the Almighty Raging Ripto. Maybe there's an achievement for it.
Maybe. Okay, so down.
Down right, and then left a bunch of times.
Down right, and then... Okay. Alright.
It's down right is what gives you nasty Nork, and then you do left a bunch.
Okay. I just gotta get to the right time to do, like, the switch from the down to the right. That was totally it.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, that was totally it.
We did it, Kaze.
We landed.
We did a nasty Nork followed by 3 left turns and then...
That was exactly it. I get it. I freaking get it.
What?
Oh!
Get what?
I'll explain.
No, Kaze, I don't mean that. We didn't get the Almighty Raging Ripto. We did the thing you told us to do.
Yeah. But it didn't give us the trick, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can watch again. It didn't give us the trick. There's a good point. No, but the tricks, what you're supposed to do, right? Like, watch this, okay? Because before, what I was doing, I don't know if you were doing this, was I was trying to carry the tricks, like, over into each other, which caused problems. What you're supposed to do is, like, flick it. Like watch this. Like, if I just go up here, right, and I just do, like, that, and then stop it at the right time, I did it wrong there. But if you time it just right, you can kind of like just get it to trigger, and it actually kind of like centers back to the start to the bottom again.
Let me see something.
One more time. Hold on. Yeah, see, like that. But go ahead. What is it? What are you gonna do?
Well, first I want to try this thing you're talking about out.
Yeah, like
so if I just tap down.
No, it's not about tapping. You have to hold it for a certain amount of time. But you don't hold it forever. Like, you have to kind of get the timing right. Yeah, you just gotta get a feel for the timing for it, because you gotta like hold it for a certain amount of time and then let go, and it will give you the trick. From what I've noticed, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. I'm sorry. I'm trying. See, if you do it too early, then it doesn't give you a trick at all. It's weird. But you see me doing consistently, because I just did like Nork, because I kind of got it. I got the feel for it. Kinda, maybe a little.
I don't know. It just feels like I'm stopping my trick mid-air and waiting for the prompt to pop up. And that's all I'm really doing.
Okay.
Because like I don't do the next part of the trick until I see the name of the trick I just did pop up.
Yeah. I might just be explaining it completely wrong. It's so weird you can land backwards. That's so weird.
Okay, but the thing I wanted to check...
Yeah, what do you want to check?
...is the achievement list. Let's see. Why are there so many hidden trophies in this one?
Probably for the bosses or something. I don't know.
No, maybe. Yeah.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Okay. Guess there's no achievement for doing the
if it's even still in there, because it may have been removed. Who knows? But I totally did it. I totally did it. Either way, we're out of here. We're done with this stupid crap. Well, make sure you get all the gems, though. Did we miss any?
I can't. Sparks doesn't work on the skateboard. Nope, he's pointing back the way we came, so we're done here.
We got them all? I can't believe we got them all. Huh.
Fuck this place.
Hey, we didn't lose our bone progress.
Good.
Nice. We're so much closer getting that bone.
I'm so glad we didn't get boned.
Yeah.
Okay, so where was that thing at that I had to head bash? I think I already got it. Yeah, so now I just have to go get Sergeant Bird again.
So, in other news, I have been spending more time doing the single player in Smash Ultimate. I've been playing for about 15 hours, and I just finished fighting the first boss.
I'm ready to patrol the tower.
First boss after 15 hours.
Yep. It took 15 hours to get to the first boss.
You've only been playing Smash for 15
The single player.
hours.
The single player. I've only been playing for 15 hours. Other modes, I'm playing a lot more. But the single player, I've been spending quite a while doing just that. I think one of the main reasons it took me so long was because I'm playing on hard mode, and there was a few specific fights that I was having an incredibly hard time with. The hardest one I had was actually against the M Bison Spirit.
Spark says there's something inside this mountain.
Do you have to get into it a different way, or do you have to blow up that door or something? Probably not.
Oh, that's the door. Didn't we just come from that door? That's where the skateboarding place is.
Is it? Oh, must be. Okay.
Why is he pointing to it?
Is there something in the skateboarding?
No, wait, no, the skateboarding place is underneath the statue. Never mind.
Okay.
Let's go get Spyro again. Sorry, Bird. We won't be able to get the bones until Spark starts acting correctly.
Yeah. Points us in the right direction.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to pick that.
I'm ready to patrol. I'll be hit.
Okay, so what's this way?
I was playing catch with my pet wolf, Farley, but I accidentally threw his ball down this hole, and he went in after it. Now he's stuck down there, and I feel so helpless, sitting up here, listening to his steadily softening whimpers. Don't cry, Wolf. Never cry, Wolf.
All right.
Kind of melodramatic, aren't you?
Well, he's cute at least, still.
Hey, there's a whirlwind back where I just came from.
You can't take that.
Why not?
Because he doesn't have dragon magic. Those whirlwinds are dragon magic. Gonna shoot the button, or
do I shoot it with the ball? Why did the staircase appear?
You're supposed to put the ball in the button. Is what you're supposed to do. I was hoping you could bypass it just by hitting the button, but yeah, you're supposed to put the ball in the button. You don't have to really aim. You can just shoot. You should land right on it. Because he put it back in your mouth. Because you're supposed to have him stand on it. No, it didn't work. Okay. Weird. Why doesn't it just like stick to it like the seeds? You'd think. Whatever. Yeah. So you want him to stand on that. There you go. Then you can get the button. Yeah. My efforts to try and make something easier didn't pan out as I wanted them to. Why did you bring the ball there? I really forgot this section was even in this level until we came here. It feels like we haven't done much today at all.
We spent half of it in the skateboard park.
Yeah. Yeah, because we only got like an hour left of the stream, and it's like, holy crap. Well, no, actually, wait, we started at 3. So actually we got a little more time than that. Whoops. I thought we started at 2 for some reason. No, we didn't start at 2. I was at work.
Go get it, boy.
This is a problem.
Huh?
Yeah, so you have to get him on that button, right? But he won't come up to the button. Unless you have to, like, lower it now and he'll get it? Well, he's moving. Yeah, he's moved off the platform now, so maybe... Well, no, you should have left the ball on the button. Okay, he just went. Okay. Weird. But now it's not triggering the other thing. I guess giving him the ball like, caused him like not to trigger the button or something. Because he's on it. And you messed it up pretty bad, it seems like. But what did you do wrong? I can't tell what you did wrong. Because why did he go to the button without your input before? Okay. That raises the other one. Or lowers that one. So you have to get him on that button. Yeah, you have to get him on that button. But you have to be on that platform while he's on that button. So yeah, if you throw it over there, it should work. I mean, if he can get it on the button. Oh, but then he comes off of it. Okay, go step on the other button then. And then as soon as he gets on there, you go back over to that one. Yeah, there you go. Oh, almost. There you go. Yeah.
Jeez. I remember that being solved instantly before.
Well, it got kind of mixed up.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. There's your dog.
You found Farley. How can I ever thank you? I mean, I could give you this old egg, but Farley's been chewing on it and it's kind of slimy. Oh well, it's the thought that counts, right?
This or lies? One of the two.
It'd be either Liz or Lise, not lies. Okay, Sparks. What? Really?
What'd you forget?
No.
What?
Where's
the
your
dog?
wolf?
The dog reset? That's annoying. Yeah, the dog reset.
Are you kidding me?
Oh. Oh, okay.
That's every gem in the stage.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'm just gonna take the whirlwind out.
Yeah.
Found all the gems.
Well, good thing they included a whirlwind.
Okay, so this sucks now. Because we got all the gems, but we still need to find 2 bones.
Yep, so we just gotta look for them.
I'm ready to patrol the...
I hate this whole level.
Good to be...
There's nothing left for Sparks to point to.
We're just on our own. It'll take time. It was hard for us to find him in the original too, if you remember correctly. It took forever. I don't recall if there's any below or not. Might be, might not be. I don't know.
It's so barren now.
Everything's dead.
I can't even concentrate because I'm so hungry.
Well. Yeah, honestly. The rocks are still there. They didn't despawn or anything. Why don't you let me look around? You don't seem to be doing too well as it is. We're all distracted, it seems, you know? Yeah, we'll just fly around and we'll take a look. See what we can find.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how did you just find that immediately? Oh, did you hear him? I think I heard him.
The other one should be like right over here too, shouldn't it? Yeah, right here.
Are those the same two we took forever to find before?
Yeah.
Here, have this. I was going to keep it as a souvenir, but I don't have room in my luggage.
That wasn't on purpose, by the way. That just sort of happened. That wasn't me trying to be smart. It just sort of happened. Ralph.
My friend is feeling much better now. Oh no, he started his bone dance again.
It's the same dance as before? Or is it new? No, it's the same.
No, it's the same one.
Yeah, I know, it's the same one. Yeah.
Same song, but maybe a different dance.
It looks the same dance to me. I can't even skip it.
Also, why does the skeleton have eyeballs?
I don't understand that either.
Also, the front and backs of his head are like bolted together.
That looks so funny. His little walk waddle. Sorry, I want to do that again. Wait, this looks really funny to me. Can I just do it one more time? It's so hard to do. It's so hard to do. You have to like... That just looks so funny, though. Just the expression on his face.
Well, Kaze, if you recall in the intro FMV, Sir Dan didn't have an eyeball at all when he was still just a corpse. It grew out of him when he was resurrected.
Yeah.
Grew out from the inside of his head.
But he couldn't regrow his other eye for some reason.
I'm guessing because it was destroyed.
Yeah.
It was shot in the eye.
Mm-hmm. I seriously just feel so bad for Sir Dan. Because the thing is, he didn't become a hero until after he was undead. So he's literally forced to live as like an undead friggin' skeleton.
No, it's more like a ghost with unfinished business. You could say that.
Oh, well, shoot. Fiddly-fo, bro! Gabling, gablo, goodbye!
We should help her. You're kidding, right? She nearly toasted you. Yeah, but she was aiming at you. That's it.
Frame drops.
Yep.
problem. It's a good thing for you Hunter was around.
I can look after myself.
Oh, sure you can.
Would you like me to show you?
Out of magic, huh? How about I give you a jump start?
I'll deal with you later.
Hey,
just runs
you
off.
have to scare her off.
It's probably, why did that trigger frame drops, if anything? It was just like really fast, I guess. That's probably why.
Maybe. But still, it was a pre-rendered cutscene.
Yeah, they are pre-rendered, so...
Aren't they?
What? No, they are, because like the colors don't stay in the cutscenes or anything like that. So they're pre-rendered, for sure.
Colors?
Yeah, like if you put in one of the color codes, like you don't stay the color in the cutscene, so it's obviously pre-rendered.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just playing a video file, for sure.
Hi, Spyro. This is a super flame power-up. You'll find more just like it scattered throughout all the worlds. Why don't you try this one out by using it to break all these planters? I think I saw Rhinoc hide an egg in one of them.
Planters, huh?
Yeah, like that one you just broke.
Oh, I know. I was just saying. Where's the fourth one? Did I miss it?
It's probably just further down the path. Right there, right over there.
Matt. Okay, I kind of like that one, actually. There we go. Bianca sure has this thing about, like, turning things into bunnies. She's done it, like, twice already.
Well, there sure are a lot of bunnies around here. Oh, and she is a bunny, too.
Modesty. Yeah. There's the joke. I knew I should have named her Debbie.
You know, we never see any other anthropomorphic bunnies. Maybe she used to be a regular bunny.
Maybe.
And was transformed by the sorceress with the same spell.
It's very possible. But by that, we don't see any more cheetahs either, though. So.
We also don't see any other moles.
Yeah.
Besides the professor. We also don't see any other kid dragons.
Nope. Well, baby dragons.
Or female adults.
No.
No, I mean the dragon Spyro's age.
Right, I understand. Well, there will be in the future.
You gonna talk to that guy?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Spyro, Rhinocs have been harassing us all day. The workers haven't been able to harvest the bamboo needed for the whirligig to take you to Evening Lake. We've tried asking them to leave, but there's no reasoning with them. If you could clear the way for Chi-Chi and Lee, they'd most likely be able to push that boulder out of your way.
Okay. Why'd they give you glasses? It's a bit odd.
Did they have glasses before? I don't remember. That one doesn't have glasses. You know you're still being chased, right?
Yeah, like they just completely ignore that. Like, okay, whatever.
Are those Chi-Chi and Lee?
Must be. I mean, I could have totally pushed that. Come on.
Really?
Yeah, that happens all the time.
With you?
Yeah, with me. Because I attempt to turn and his butt gets in the way, and then he falls off ledges.
Doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, no, it does, because he doesn't have a standing model. He has a quadrupedal model. So when you turn, right, a bit of your side comes out like that, and then he just sort of falls off.
Speaking of Chi-Chi,
Yes.
one thing that Dragon Ball Super is still trying to do, just like Dragon Ball Z did, is make Chi-Chi seem like she's a good person.
Pushing that boulder was hard work, but as soon as I've caught my breath, I'll return to collecting bamboo.
Yeah, and like, how is it trying to do that?
There was an episode where they implied that the only reason Chi-Chi kept screaming at them was to reverse psychologically push her family members into fighting harder.
Okay.
Which I'm like, no, that is not what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember the episode where Chi-Chi called her second son Goten a monster to his face when he first turned Super Saiyan?
Well, yeah. Because
fuck Chi-Chi.
She's been completely like not understanding of any of the importance of what's been going on.
She cares more about having successful offspring than about the fate of the universe.
Right. Dwight. Now, at the very least, you know, Gohan kind of like fit into that. Like, he kind of wanted to do that to some extent. You know, Goten had nothing of it at all. It'd be interesting to see what Goten would turn out to be like as an adult.
Don't we see that? Don't we see an adult Goten in the last episode of DBZ?
Yeah, but that's not really like a full exploration of what it would be like. Wait, was I supposed to go this way, actually? Supposed to glide to something?
I think you just freed another panda and they pulled a lever.
Over here.
Oh, you can glide to that too. Okay.
Come on.
That was way too early.
Yeah.
You having trouble?
I mean, I'm playing. I'm gonna end up doing stuff like that regardless. I don't know why. It just happens. It's not even me not being careful. I'm not going fast or anything. It's sort of like when you like falcon kick right off the ledge, you know? You just die. Or whatever other metaphor you want to use for just kind of stuff just happening like that.
Why'd you go left first?
Come on, let me up.
Why did you turn left before gliding to the right?
I didn't turn left.
Yeah, you did.
When?
You jumped off going to the left.
Because I turned right. I turned right to when I jumped off. Not left. Did you see me go right?
I saw you go right after you jumped left.
How can I jump left and then go right?
That's what you did.
Like this, you mean? Like, I don't know what you mean.
No, you jumped left, and then when you started gliding, you turned right.
Oh, going straight's difficult. I'll just use the D-pad, that'll be easier. Because then I can at least go straight without messing it up. Because I can just do this, and then just go straight.
Yes, that's much better.
Yeah, I'll just play with the D-pad. I'll have a lot less problems that way. Madison. At least, you know, I missed the GameCube controller because it had the grooves in it that that locked into the 8 positions. That was really helpful.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I mean those little holes?
No, I'm if you look at where the D-pad is, right, or the analog stick, it was actually cut in a octagonal shape. So if you went up, it would like sit into a groove at the top of the analog stick. Yeah. Yeah, but if I use the D-pad, what I can do is I can just turn using the camera. It should be a little bit more efficient, I think. And I'll make less mistakes that way. It's just tougher on the fingers, is all. And that's why I don't like like 2D games that don't let you use the D-pad to move, which is just ridiculous.
2D games?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I mean, Smash Brothers is one. You have to use the analog stick to move in that.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, because the D-pad is just used for taunting.
Oh, you were able to destroy that little bamboo thing. You think there's a...
But I destroyed one of the ones earlier, too. So.
There might be an achievement or something.
There seems to be quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah, maybe not, then.
Yeah. Just a decoration thing? Yeah, probably. You can't even really tell that you're using a D-pad when you're moving in this game, since there's like smoothing with the movement. Yeah, you can't really tell. Looks like I'm using an analog stick. That's the, I think the benefit of the design of having a D-pad with a central pivot, you know?
Oh, the emergency escape bridge. Why didn't I think of it sooner? I shall activate it right away.
That's another problem that Nintendo has with, like, the Switch console, is the D-pad on the Switch console.
We would be honored if you would accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Is, Tom, it is 4 separate buttons, and not just a, like, you know, it's not like a central pivoted shield like it is on a Xbox or a PlayStation.
To our explorers, there is no Yeti here and there never was. He was just a myth, as far as you know. The sorceress.
He looks way different. Holy crap. He's so fuzzy.
Bentley.
Bentley is so different. Yeah, I should have a lot fewer falls to my death now, since I'm playing like this.
Where are you going?
The Egg Thief. Why?
Well, there's a mystery jar, like, right there, next to you.
Next to me?
Right there.
Oh.
You didn't see the Bentley sign in the background of the cutscene?
They don't even care, they just sit there.
Where'd that jar come from? Shh, don't acknowledge it. Just keep staring. Man, you really like to see in the crowd, don't you?
Come on. This is one of the ones where I have to avoid jumping. There. Pee-wee! Okay. So, gotta find the 3 pandas, which I believe are in the start, right? Or is it back here?
They're right through there.
Right through here.
Other side of the bridge. Is there anything in that water there? I see jars down there. You know what I miss?
What?
Clean water.
Clean water?
Like in real life.
Don't run into that very often.
Doesn't feel like it.
Guess we're not really in the place for it. Why are the jar things appear so close here? You know?
It's kind of a condensed stage. There's a red gem right behind you. I think that's another reason you keep falling off of ledges, is because you're really reliant on using the right joystick to turn, and that makes your turns wider.
I mean, either way, turning is still not on a dime. You can see there, it's like not on a dime. It'd be cooler if you actually did switch back and forth immediately.
Did we lose internet at all? I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we did, no. Oh, this is that really annoying one, isn't it?
Annoying what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this
thing, yeah.
Please help us, Spyro. My friends are trying to go home after a long shift in the fields. Those rotten Rhinox keep knocking them down. Can you save the panda workers? I'm sure you have many important things to do, but if you could find the time to help, please come back.
I don't know if I feel like it.
Please help us, Spyro. My friends are... Please hop aboard. Make sure to toast the Rhinox, but not my friends.
Okay. Looks like you're not giving me much of a choice. Oh my god, it's not inverted? Well, that's good. Oh, I didn't know it was a panda bear.
What? Of course it was a panda!
I didn't know it was a panda. Sorry. I was getting used to the controls.
You just targeted the first living creature you saw.
I didn't know it was a panda. I was getting used to the controls too. Come on, give me a break.
Of course it's a panda. Look at the Rhinox. They got hammers or parasols. You can hit them from really far away.
Yep.
In this version.
Well, that's just for the improvements of the Super Flame. You can't D-pad aim here either. You have to use the analog stick. Strangely. Is that a panda bear?
That was a panda.
Ah, I didn't know it was a panda.
Why not?
Because I couldn't tell. They're all blue. It'd be nice if they were like the enemies were like bright red or something.
Let me do it.
They're all blue. Why are they all blue? Why do they all have to be blue? You know? Seriously, why are they all the same color? I guess there are some red pandas, I guess. That's the one I hit, though. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Look, you see that panda there?
Yeah.
The one that's climbing to the top?
Yeah. There's some already at the top, though. In the beginning.
What?
You hit one of the pandas.
I'm sure you would succeed. Please help us, Spyro.
Where? How?
It was you hit it. It was walking up the ladder, and you hit it while you were trying to hit the other one, because it was in front of your shot.
Yeah, those ones in the middle island, they're on top because they need to cross these bridges.
Also, why don't they spawn in with their umbrellas out? That's really dumb, too.
It does look kind of weird.
Yeah.
Please take the shiny egg. It will bring you good luck.
Well, at least you can hit him when the umbrellas, but Rusty...
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Would you like to try some of this bamboo? It tastes great.
It doesn't let me approach.
Did she just... No, she sneezed. Okay. Sorry. I thought she dabbed. But she sneezed. It looked like she just looks like she dabbed.
Is there anything in that water? Spark seems to be pointing at it.
It won't kill you.
Oh, there was, like, one thing.
There might be more. Who knows? Because he's still pointing to something in the water. Yeah. Looks like that's it. Okay.
I wonder if they dropped off of an enemy that was killed.
That's possible.
No? Still? Oh, I can dive?
Didn't look that deep.
No, you couldn't see through it at all. Normally, if you can't see through water, you can't dive under it. Oh.
Oh, Bentley.
You're just pointing to that? Okay. Yeah, we can't complete this stage now, so we might as well just leave.
Yep, until we get Bentley back. Which we'll get soon.
Okay, so we already freed Sergeant Bird. There's no one else that we can free until we beat the next boss. Alright, what's this? Country Speedway.
I remember this one being fairly difficult.
Yeah, it's the one where you gotta fly through like barns and stuff.
Yeah.
In the race. I think this was also the first Speedway we did, because we missed the first one in the first stage.
Ooh. That's a nice remix.
He sounds like he's having such a difficult time saying these things.
Yeah. I just can imagine how ridiculous he was looking in the freaking booth while he was trying to like voice that. Like, how do you direct that? I just want to redub.
It sounds like he's talking through something like a kazoo.
Yeah, I want to redub Cheat so badly with that voice. I just want to do it. I want to go redub some episodes and just see if anyone notices.
Rings, tractors, cows.
I don't know why they feel it's necessary to like tell you the optimal route. You know. Not the optimal route, but the easiest route. Well, that didn't seem to really work in your favor too well.
Yeah, that's not timed very well. The tractors are all so close together.
Oh, you missed him.
Well, let's get the planes and we'll go back for the cows.
At least the planes are easy. Oh, that actually worked out really well in your favor. How about that? Yeah, that worked out perfectly. Okay. Yeah, and we don't have to worry about a time or anything, so... Alright, you're good. Alright, next. Bayou? Gavin. Yeah, remember the red ones give you those homing shots or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you remembered. You may already be out of time. We'll have to see. Maybe you'll get lucky. I guess the little red dots are helpful. That's the out of the way.
It might be worth it. Okay, there are a couple of improvements to my route that I can make. First, I gotta hit both of those blue ones. Then I hit this. Then I hit this blue star.
I mean, you could try for that, but it's a little out of the way. You have to go to the bottom route if you want to get another star.
It's kind of difficult to get in there.
Yeah, and this... Oh,
no, but you can't fly through those windows for some reason.
No, you can fly through them.
Where am I going? Am I still on the route?
Looks like you are.
Where'd the other racers go?
They're just so far ahead of you. So you just flew through a window.
Well, from that angle, but it doesn't seem to want to let me if I do it from the other way.
You just hit the wall. That was all you did. Oh, that one there. I forgot about that star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there they are.
Still, I'm not gonna win.
No. No way. Because you never even shot your attack. I mean...
Well, you gotta be careful with those, because you can hit the walls with them.
Yeah, but, I mean, if they're in the open, you know, there's really no threat in using them. Aw.
Get... No, hit the ring.
Disappointing. I really lost it there at the end.
Okay, so I gotta find all the blue stars that I can use. Because more important than shooting these guys, I gotta hit the blue stars.
Right, that's what matters more. That's what matters a lot more.
I'll get at least one guaranteed red star, a couple of them.
Got two. That's what you should be doing like that, is taking advantage of it. Oh no.
Damn it.
You missed it.
No.
You're already ahead of it, so it didn't really work. So I guess you can hold off on shooting that first one until... because you can get ahead of it pretty easily even without shooting it. Yes, hitting it there is a pretty good thing to do. Oh, you even missed the red star. Yeah, there is another star that's up to the top right of the race ferry. I don't know if it's really viable to use, though. Might be too far out of the way. And we gotta remember that one on the hill. We keep forgetting as well. It's like right up here past the barn, right? Or is it further ahead? Yeah,
this one.
Yeah, that one we gotta remember. Because that saves a lot of time. That star does. Just that one star.
I'm already in second.
Yeah. So that one star is really, really helpful. Now we gotta make sure that this guy's in view. Yeah,
I don't think I hit him.
No, I hit the wall. That ring, dude.
I hate that ring.
Yeah.
If you miss it by even an inch.
Yep. You're done. You're completely done. Okay, remember the one on the left? Okay.
Really? I thought it was closer.
Yeah, because if you hit that initial star there, you'll already be in like a huge boost. Because remember, when we got this right, you got into first place by the second lap. You remember? When we first did this?
No.
Yeah. Back in the day, when we first did this, when we played it originally, you got into first place during the second lap and just held it the entire time.
Ah, damn it. Okay, that plane goes through the windows.
You can go through the windows, dude. You're already too far off, dude.
I was trying to get that one behind the tree.
Yeah, because you're...
Damn it, I forgot about it again. So many tight turns you have to make once you start hitting all the speed boosts. Like that one. You have to almost hit the ground in order to get that blue star.
See? You did it.
Okay, remember the one on the hill. Damn it!
You got it. You got it. It counted.
Why did it count? I barely hit it.
You not hit it enough.
Okay, I'm in second.
Right. Perfect. You hit him once, then you can hit him again. You're good. You got it. Wait. Yeah, you got it. You're in first. Yeah. And you got a shot in case he gets ahead of you. You know? Though I don't think he will at this point. Nah. You're good. First place. Okay, now we gotta find Hunter. You're a pretty fancy flyer. Hey, Shemp.
Girl named Shemp.
Do you remember where Hunter is? I don't remember where he is.
We'll find him.
Oh, is he like in the barn or something?
He might just be in the barn. Or like that silo there. No, here
there
he is.
Yeah, in the house. Okay.
This completely empty, unfurnished house.
Mm-hmm.
Spyro! You're not gonna believe this, but there are sheep saucers and space cows all over this place. We gotta stop them before they abduct somebody. I'm gonna strap on my jetpack and blast some space cows.
Okay. What's a space cow?
Space cows are ferocious, laser-wielding bovines who show no mercy or pity. We gotta stop them, Spyro.
Remember what happens when you do that, right?
I know.
Yeah. Sweet.
I still wanted to hear what he said.
Okay. Still stupid that happens. It shouldn't kick you back after the start.
Spyro! I'm gonna strap... Look out, cows! Here I come!
Oh, this is weird.
This is the same as it was in the original.
I know, but it feels weird.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. A farmer,
I guess? It looks like the monkeys from... Oh God, what's that game called? That game that they're doing a remake of. With the creepy monkeys.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Oh, but they're humans. I got a better look at them. There was a remake, there was a game a while back. It was this free game where you played in a hotel. It was a maze. Hit it! It was like Pac-Man clone, a 3D Pac-Man clone. With these scary monkey bellboys that chase you around with knives. And they're doing a remake of it with more levels.
Did they look like
I think it's called Dark Descent.
Something I seem to recall what you're talking about, but what I mean is, weren't they like those weird like cymbal monkeys? They look like those.
Yeah, they were the cymbal crashing monkeys, but they didn't have cymbals. They had knives.
Yeah.
I see it. Hit it. There.
It just takes a long time for the bullets to travel.
Got the last one just before he abducted this egg.
Roberto. He's in a bubble for some reason.
Yeah, why was he in a bubble?
Yeah, magic bubble powers. Still, went pretty well, I guess. What does that leave us with to do in this world? How many things do we have to do?
Still a lot. We've only done 2 of the main stages. There's 3 left. And at some point we need to go back to the first stage and do Sparks' level. And that one part that we needed Sergeant Bird for.
Oh, yeah.
We could probably just save all of that for the end, though.
Right.
Just keep moving forward.
Well, it's going to take a while to do Sparks' level. And Sergeant Bird, too, actually.
Icy Peak. What was this stage like? I seem to recall there being a lot of cannons. And a ballet scene.
Yeah, something like that. When do we see those cool platypus guys? I'm waiting for them.
Were they in a... They were in a place where you get the ice breath.
Yeah.
But not here.
Okay.
Okay.
I was supposed to meet Doug to go ice fishing today, but Rhinox have blocked the path with ice, so I can't get through. I've been trying to clear the way with this cannon, but it doesn't even shoot straight. I haven't been able to hit a dang thing all morning.
He's got kind of like that, kind of Minnesotan accent a little bit. Just a little.
Yeah, you can't... Oh, it's up to point it down. Okay. Come on, bird.
Did they remove, like, all the arc from the shot? I think they did. It just goes perfectly straight now.
Oh, well, that's gonna make things a bit easier.
You have to go way lower than that. There you go.
Oh, apparently there's a way to get over there? Never mind, I didn't have to shoot those at all.
That does make things a lot easier.
Still don't get why I can't jump on ice.
Video game ice.
Oh, you shot the ice block, eh? Must be beginner's luck.
Actually, I think that's supposed to be Canadian.
I guess it is Canadian, yeah. Well, just because of A. A is just Canadian thing.
Maybe.
Oh god. I was watching this guy talking about famous Canadian cartoons, and one of the ones that came up was Martin Mystery, which I didn't know was Canadian.
Yeah. All those shows of that style, like Totally Spies.
Mm-hmm. Did you know there's a crossover episode between Martin Mystery and Totally Spies?
I believe it.
Yeah. But they were talking about it, and they're bringing up how there's an episode of Martin Mystery where they go to Canada, and for some reason the place they go, everyone there speaks with a German accent, and it's really confusing because it's Canada. So they don't know why everyone spoke with German accents. Yeah, it's kind of funny like that. Yeah, but a majority of the show does take place around Canada and different places in Canada, which is interesting. Because Totally Spies takes place in like the States, right? Like Miami or something?
I think so.
Yeah. I would guess like Miami.
Because Totally Spies is basically just a big Charlie's Angel parody.
Yeah.
Almost.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, like, Totally Spies was definitely just not my thing growing up. It just really wasn't. Neither was, Sailor Moon. I know Sailor Moon was great and everything. Just never really watched it. And it wasn't a matter of, like, the whole, like, oh, it was a girl's thing, so you couldn't watch it. No, it was just a matter of I just never watched it. But I know a lot of people really love Totally Spies for whatever reason. I never really fell into that with me, though.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad show.
I didn't say it was bad. I never said it was bad. Just one of those things that just did not appeal to me.
Okay, these are way more obvious than they were before.
Yeah. There's another one in there you can break too. You see that? There's a wall inside.
Oh, yeah.
Break? Yeah. What's bad about Totally Spies, though, is that much like... that's still going to be a pain to hit. Much like Wonder Woman, no one can talk about Totally Spies anymore without talking about the kind of weird fetishy things that were in it. Very similar in that sense. Where it's like, well, you can't talk about Wonder Woman without talking about the whole bondage situation. Or the fact that the author was in a polygamous relationship. You know?
People always try to focus on things that make things sound worse than they are.
Right, yeah.
Hey, you know this great TV show? Well, it's not great anymore because all of its, good writing and stuff is invalidated by the fact that one of the co-writers, shoplifted when he was a kid.
My opinion on the whole, viewing art as separate from its creator has changed a little bit since the last time I talked about it. Mostly, I've come to the decision that in some cases, it does make sense to kind of hold it a bit connected, at least more so than you might originally think. Just in the sense that if you don't do that, then it just creates a bad precedent for other creators, you know?
What?
Well, what I mean is, if somebody is legitimately a horrible person in every way and does completely horrible things to horrible, is a creator of some product, right? By holding that product as a piece of art to the same degree as other things, and I'm talking in very extreme cases here, very extreme, would actually could create a precedent for other artists to basically you can get away with anything if you're a good artist, which I think is I don't think should be allowed. I don't think that just because you make good art should you be excluded from being a bad person, in extreme cases.
I don't think anyone's really saying that.
Well, some people who are legit bad, though, and cause problems for other people or whatever, and, do sometimes ride off their success for years and years and years, because of a product is viewed as being okay, or good.
Well, what if not even the product is okay? What if it's one of those things that's really bad, but people love it because it's bad, because it's memey, and the author is also a terrible person? Case in point, Chris Shannon's Donahue.
Yeah, right.
I'll visit Moneybags later.
Yeah, but to say Chris Chan was successful with Donahue is not really correct. He didn't really ride off the success of Donahue. I mean, he was pretty miserable throughout everything, right? I mean, he didn't really get success off of it. I mean, nobody respects Chris Chan.
Some people do, but they're weird.
Oh, that's what I mean, though. Is so I don't hold the same rock hard kind of feeling that art should be separate from its creator all the time. It has to be pretty extreme, but I think that there are times where it can be viewed. Again, I don't know if this is a real word. I'm going to use it anyway. Equivocally. I know that was really butchered as I tried to explain that all, but at least you understand now, right? What I was trying to say? Yeah.
I'm not sure if I completely do yet, actually.
Well, I'm more than welcome to explain if you have questions.
Can you summarize it?
I just tried to. Let me think here. No, you gotta smash the ice. Don't forget that.
Do I just have to head bash it from up here?
Yeah. Well, you have to. Oh, it worked. Okay.
Oh yeah, because I can't jump.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, summarize. Last time we had the conversation, I gave the explanation to you that a creator and its art should always be separated, and that art should be viewed as art and creators should be viewed as creators. My opinion now has shifted that I think that in extreme cases where you're dealing with extremely poor people and extremely loved products, that it's okay to have a diminished opinion of a work when the person who is associated with it is legit terrible. I'm saying that's okay. And I'm not as crazy about it as I was before. That makes sense? We good? Is that better? That's what I was trying to say.
Well, I understand what you're trying to say, but I just don't know if I fully agree with it.
I'm not asking you to agree. I'm not telling you to agree with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just giving my change of opinion that I have now. The reason why that was so complicated before was because I was trying to explain why that is the case, you know. Because you might be thinking like, well, you must hate something now because a creator did something terrible and everything like that. Well, that's not really the case. It's just I thought about it for a while and I decided I don't really feel that way. Because it's not right to say that you say that you agree with something when you don't really agree with it, you know? But we do that all the time. I think most people do that a lot.
Yeah, because people don't want to start arguments.
Right. Yeah.
They don't want to be like the one person in a group of 20 who is, I don't know, pro-choice or something.
What is that called? It's something bias. It's confirmation bias. Confirmation bias, yeah.
I put up ice blocks this morning so Bob wouldn't beat me to the ice fishing hole. If you want to try out the hole, you can borrow this fishing lure I've been using.
That couldn't have been a very good fishing lure.
Ooh, by the way, feel free to use our gondola whenever you want.
Yeah, because we're still missing stuff here, so.
First I want to activate this gondola. Okay, I think I need to ride that whirlwind over to where the pots were. I didn't ride that before. All that for just 2 gems.
This place is getting too dangerous. If Doug wants to go ice fishing, he'll have to haul his lazy butt down here.
Oh, I didn't mention this on stream. When I was talking about that Dark Souls mod that basically makes Dark Souls new again, it's called Prepare to Die Again.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good name, I think. Still, though, it sucks though that you can only access that from, you know, the original one and not remastered. So it's only available to like certain people who have the original, you know. Can you re-download the original again if you have it in your library, or does it have to remain installed?
I think if it's still in your library, you can still download it. I think.
Okay.
Just you can no longer buy it.
Right. Still, the only mod I ever messed with well, that wasn't even a mod, really. Reese. There's like a gemstone on his. No, that's a bow. Okay.
Bow.
The only thing I ever messed with modding it was just changing the images in the on the paintings into other things. That's all I ever did. I remember when I was streaming Dark Souls, I had to go in and reset my files so that people wouldn't see what I had on there, since it would get me banned from Twitch. It's so pointless. Like, why would I even put anything on the stupid paintings anyway? I only spend like a few minutes in that place anyway. but whatever.
I think you just did it because it was easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it too.
Yeah. It'd be cool if you could upload like custom shield textures and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool?
How do you get up there?
Can you do that? I should try it.
How do you get up there? Is there a wall or something I haven't blown up?
So here's one thing I wanted to talk about. Did you know that Vib Ribbon has a sequel?
I think I knew that,
Yeah.
yes.
It's called Vib Ripple. I want to play Vib Ripple, but the problem is that I don't know if it works in emulators. Because it's Japanese only, which isn't a big deal. I mean, whatever, who cares? The problem is that it... there we go. It plays by... You upload images into the game, which I think you do by putting in like a USB device. Maynard. And then you bounce on the images to find like hidden things or whatever, and it's sort of like rhythmic. The thing is, though, is like I don't know if I can do that in the emulated version or not. So I'm gonna have to experiment with that when I play Vib Ripple. There's also a third game too. It doesn't have Vibri in it though, but it's considered like similar to it. Has some like a little dude with like a writing paintbrush, you know, and you write out like words. And he's a rapper, so it's kind of like Parappa the Rapper, I guess.
Right up, Spyro. Behind this door is the single greatest show on Earth. That's right, ice dancing. Season tickets are available, but you'll have to act fast.
Take off, hoser.
What? You don't want to pay? What are you saving your money for? Another sequel?
Maybe I am.
Did you say that originally?
I don't know. We never did that before.
Yeah, okay. Another sequel?
Sure, it's only money.
I always knew you were a cultured sort of dragon. Well, step right in. The show's about to start.
What size shirt does he have? It's like, it's so fucking huge. His legs are so small and his torso is so huge.
I have to hurry in myself. I'm one of the judges for tonight's performance.
How did you get that? Like, how did you end up being the judge?
He's rich and important.
Is he even rich? He's only rich when we're around. This song's still weird.
Yeah.
It's so Rugsratty, isn't it? Rugratty, yeah.
You're a lot cuter than before. They really changed your design.
I don't recall what she used to look like.
Tonight is my big ice dance performance, and these hockey players are ruining it. Every time I start my routine, they come in and smack me with their sticks. Oh, I sure wish I had a partner. Someone courageous, strong, handsome, and purple, who breathes fire. Will you please help me perform my ice dance? These mean Rhinoc hockey players keep hogging the ice, and all I want to do is dance.
What if I say no?
That's okay. I don't mind getting beaten to a pulp over and over by a bunch of vicious hockey players. I'm sure you have more important things to do anyway. Will you please help me perform my ice dance? Thanks. Let's go.
Okay, so I just follow you around and kill the enemies, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not so hard.
No, but it'll be super easy. They're really slow anyway. Purple and breathes fire. How would they even bother doing this? Like, it doesn't really make any sense. They just want to bother a little girl?
I think they just want to ruin Well, it's not just her that they'd be ruining the time of. It's also the audience.
Just finding a place for the audience to be.
Yeah, where are the cheers coming from? Maybe really high up?
Maybe.
That was my best performance ever. I guess one of the judges didn't like it though. He threw this egg at me instead of a rose. Why don't you have it?
Sorry.
Maybe you can be my ice dancing partner in the next Olympics.
Now look all the way up. See if there is like some seats up there. No.
No.
There's no one here.
There's no one.
Nope.
The roses just came out of nowhere.
Yep. And they just dissipate into little puffs of smoke. Okay, that's it. She's very Tiny Toons looking.
She is. Huh.
Yeah.
She could be a Tiny Toons character.
I have to hurry in myself. I'm one of the...
It's already over, Moneybags.
Yep.
You're too late.
Were you the one who didn't like the performance? Threw the egg? I don't think he likes much of anything.
Okay, I need to find that place again. Actually, I think it was back that way. Yeah, down there.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Wait, have we been in here already? Or
No.
is this new? Okay. Oh, this one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, this one's fun. I was playing some more Sunset Overdrive, and there's this cool moment in it. I don't know if I told you about it. I went to the character customization area in the game, and I switched my character's gender, and I thought it was cool. When I did that, he actually...
I'm ahead of him. I can't slow down.
Oh no! But when I switched the gender, he said, in the girl's voice, he said, "Wow, new voice, Betty. Wow, new voice." Bet they didn't redo any of the lines though. Lazy programmers. Which I thought was funny.
Alright, now for the right one. That was easy.
Yeah, it was really
easy.
easy.
Too easy. I passed him at one point.
Yeah. Surprised you could get up there. This one should be much harder. Maybe. No, you're still ahead of him. Oh, you went that way. Okay.
I'm too fast.
Yeah.
And I can't stop.
No.
I can't even breathe fire. I have to hit him.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. You just have to ram into him. You can get him on that jump, though. That seems to be the best thing to do. Oh, no. Not quite. Almost.
He went this way this time, though.
Well, he went a different way? Why did he go a different way?
No. I was trying to hit him.
Yeah, I saw.
I knew that if I jumped, I would have passed him.
Yeah, he's just reset on that path now. Huh.
Got him.
That was kind of funny. Scout.
Too fast. Okay, now I gotta find that breakable wall.
Yep.
I think it was in here.
Yeah. Gonna have to find a way to get some speed on it. Well, you don't really need that long. I don't think you need full speed. Well, we'll find out. There you go. Oh.
I have to break that too.
You can get it from the end of the... You don't have to jump back across. You should be able to get it from here. Almost. That turn, man.
It's that torch. It's got a big hitbox.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough. You might have to do it a different way. Maybe. In fact... Oh, you got it. Okay. That works.
Anything else around here?
I think that's it. Oh, God. I'm getting hungry and tired. Oh, there's more. Okay. Huh. Well, that's cool. I don't remember that being a thing.
Alright, that's all the gems. And the stage is complete.
Alright.
And that might be a good place.
Oh, hello, Victor.
Gay guy, 1989. Is that your birth year? Because if so, we're the same age.
You know, let's keep going since Victor just got here. Let's do one more. How's that sound?
Nah.
You don't want to?
Well, I'm really hungry.
Okay.
And
well,
I know you are too.
Well, how about we just go and do Sparks? How about that? Then we'll end?
What PS4 is better, PS4 Slim or PS4 Pro?
PS4 Pro. 100%.
I don't have either.
Yes, you do. That's a Slim.
That's the Slim?
Yeah.
It's not that slim.
That's the Slim. But no, the PS4 Pro, there's no difference with the PS4 Slim performance-wise. PS4 Pro has a faster processor and will run much better. For one, you probably won't have lag in cutscenes like we do. It's your birthday, huh?
No, 1989.
Is his birthday. Well, you say it's his birthday. So I assumed that meant that... Oh, whatever.
Did we get the stuff down here already?
My birthday's in October, and I'll be 29 this year. Well, no, next year.
I'm not. He's kind of pan.
Yeah. Wait, why are you asking? Oh, because we're two. Oh, because we're two guys playing. Yeah, of course. That's totally something that hasn't happened before. It hasn't happened before.
I actually don't think anyone's asked us that ever.
No. Well, didn't that one girl at the hair salon say like and ask if we were like married or something?
I don't remember that.
No. Okay. Maybe people are just becoming more, or like less. I don't know what the word I'm trying to think of. People are more people now, I guess.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What does that even mean?
People are more people. Well, he's tall. Tall and lanky. I would say lanky, right?
I'm not lanky.
No? You have long arms, though. Longer arms than I do. I'm
just tall.
Yeah.
I mean, I have something of a gut, but I'm not chubby or anything.
Well, we're the standard, like, you know, group of the funny cartoon characters. The tall one and the fat one. You know? I want to do Sparks. Then we're getting out of here, okay?
Okay, gotta teleport back to it. Yeah, I'll stand up so you can see what I look like.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop.
Yep.
Sunrise Spring. I think most people have something on like that plethora of things. One or the other or something.
I have ADHD, depression, time anxiety, and autism.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my depression is below average now. It's gotten much better.
That's awesome.
From going to therapy.
God, I can't believe there's such a thing as average depression.
Well, there's different levels.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's just weird that there's like an average amount for it. It's strange. Perfectly understandable, though. Oh, right. So where is Sparks'?
Sparks' sign is over by Seashore.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere.
There it is, right by the... Okay.
Okay. You gotta talk to Zoe.
Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Spyro, I found an egg, but only Sparks will be able to reach it. There's a small hole that leads to a crawdad farm. I can take him there if he's ready.
Yeah. Crawdad farm. No. Oh, she doesn't say anything?
Spyro.
Okay. Yeah, now this is something I've been waiting to see, like, how it looks. You know? Is it improved at all?
Wait, you're high fiction autism?
What does that mean? High fiction?
High fiction?
I've never heard that before. Or is it high function is what he meant? Is that what he meant?
Oh, I think it's supposed to be high function.
High function? High fiction?
Hello, Sparks. Before you take on those nasty crawdads, I should give you some help. To start, let's practice shooting. Press the attack button to shoot these targets.
Okay, this is a really uncomfortable close-up of Sparks.
Yeah, Sparks, he just looks kind of weird. Wait, couldn't you aim with the analog stick before?
Could you?
I thought you could.
I don't remember that.
You can also move quickly by pressing the charge button, like Spyro. Use your charge to chase down this fast enemy.
Oh, there we go. We got it. At least from far back, it looks pretty much the same.
Being a maneuverable dragonfly, you can also strafe in any direction. To strafe, hold down the roll left or roll right button, then move with the left stick. Try strafing to hit the targets in this room.
But why did they give him little green bug feet? I don't understand that at all. Makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense that it gave him bug feet.
Well, it doesn't make sense that...
On your travels, you'll notice butterflies that give you health, just like in the dragon world. Not only that, but some butterflies will give you special powers, though only for a short time. Just eat any power-up butterfly, then press the jump button to use that power-up. Your power-up is shown in the top right of the screen.
Well, I just don't... Like, he shouldn't look as realistic as he does. He should look more cartoony. What happened?
You finished the tutorial.
You'll be able to deal with these guys much faster.
No, they need to, I need to do what she says in order to pass this. So grab the butterfly, please. Yeah, so unless I use that, I couldn't.
Okay.
That's lame. Doesn't make any sense.
Why did I have to go to a loading screen for that?
I don't know. Gimme. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Looks like you're ready, Spark.
Okay.
If you need any more guidance, just choose the controls option from the pause menu.
Well, we both try to be fun, you know? Fun and funny. Although we usually fail at the latter. At least I do. Oh, no, you're pretty funny, though. I think your sense of humor is quite better than mine is. Because most of the time, if I'm being funny, it's usually by accident. Like, you're actually on purpose when you're funny.
I try to be, but I have to wait for opportune moments.
Right. Right.
My name is PJ, and this is Tyler.
Tyler! Yep, that's my name.
You can't break those barriers. You have to...
You find the thing to open them? Okay. Is the dash slower? It seems slower. Maybe not. These are still so weird that these are in this game. But Hunter, Sparks... There's a lot of extra playable characters in this game.
Hunter, Sparks, Sheila, Bentley, Sergeant Bird, Agent...
9.
Agent 9?
Yeah, Agent 9. But seriously, why Sparks? Why did Sparks get his own spin-off, like, top-down shooter levels?
Okay, Victor, was it? These questions are starting to become uncomfortable.
Yeah. Calm it down, bro. Oh, that's yellow? It just looks like stone. What did it do? Well, we don't have to answer anything if we don't want to. What's this button do?
Remove barriers.
Didn't even think about that. Like, isn't this supposed to be underground though? Like, why can you see like you can see the sky in some shots?
Well, there's plenty of grass and flowers and stuff too. I don't think it's supposed to be underground. It's just that the entrance is underground.
Oh, okay.
Victor, I said that those questions are becoming uncomfortable.
Oh, that's kind of weird looking. It's just claws come right off. Oh, damn it. That's okay. He's done. Nora.
Who's your crawdaddy?
Nora. Little tiny egg. So is this gonna be it? Is this all of them? Or anything? There we go.
Yep, got the egg, got all the gems.
So what prizes did we get for this? I don't remember.
Did we get individual prizes before?
Yeah. Didn't we?
Like what?
I was almost certain we got individual prizes. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We got eggs and we got gems. Do we need anything else?
We'll see. We'll see.
Wait, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, Sparks got little upgrades each time. But I don't remember what they all were. I don't really know. I don't know. Come on.
Nice work, Sparks. You've beaten the Crawdad King and found the lost egg. Not only that, but some of the dragon magic seems to have rubbed off on you.
Yeah.
Now you can pick up gems when they're even further away from Spyro.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so the second prize was the Sparks radar, so we have to figure out what that's been changed with. Okay, but that's it though. That is it.
Maybe they make it so that he can detect dragon eggs or something.
Unless they just give you an extra hit, which might be the case. But yeah, that's it.
Yep, we're done for today.
Yeah, we're done.
I'm super hungry.
Yeah.
All I ate was a granola bar.
I want to go eat too.
Started.
So.
Aye.
Still. I'm happy we... Oh, actually, wait. So, what percentage are we at? We are at 39%.
Well, we started today at 14, 17%.
Yeah, so we made it. We made some improvement. But most of us spent skateboarding. Which sucks.
A large portion of it was skateboarding.
Yeah. Either way, thank you, Kaze. And thank you, Victor, too. Just keep down on the creepiness there, buddy.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think we're good to go then, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you all so much for watching. Let's see, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
And then Friday is more Pathfinder.
Yep. See ya.
Yep, see ya.
Bye.
Come on.